And we here, y'all, episode 25. What's going down, man? Studio 56 podcast. It feels good to be back with y'all. Another week, another day, another dollar, another blessing. Pete on the ones and twos behind the camera. Pookie to my left, Twan to my right. And we here, fellas. That's my shit? Oh, that's Twan. Okay. Nah, we here, man. And, we got a lot to cover, but before, so we don't have to go back over nothing. Let's shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's here early gang for sure. Y'all know we on all streaming sites, Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud. That's for the truck drivers who don't listen on YouTube, who want to just put it on the app. Every app that you can have, we up on there.
You can ride and listen.
Because that truck driver support is heavy, man. Man. Like it's crazy. Niggas really get them through their night. Shout out to everybody in the streets who be coming up to us, the fellas, and telling niggas they watching and listening. Y'all are greatly appreciated. Don't ever think we taking none of that for granted. I wouldn't care if it's one person, two person, 3 people, 5, 25. Nigga, I'm happy. I'm glad y'all supporting. But we here, man. We got a lot to cover. First, fellas, how everybody week went, man? How your week went, Twan?
Man, it was pretty solid, man. You know what I'm saying? Got some Christmas shit out the way. Yesterday, man, I just stayed in the house. I would cut the ringer off and just stayed in the crib. Like, I ain't want to be fucked with. I was watching some football. Watched the state championship games from Saturday. I was just cooling, bro. I was just like laid up, just cooling, laid up like a fucking king. Yeah. But the week was beautiful, man. Like one of the first weeks ain't been no bullshit in a long time. So like that was a pleasant surprise. Man, we was just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Just making it do what it do, man. Getting the kids and shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? Got a little more shopping to do, and after that, man, fuck them kids. Just that shit. But no, man, it was a hell of a week, man. Great week, man. You know what I'm saying? Blessed and highly favored, bro.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Twan Pook. What you had go down this week, man?
Man, what I did, man, I could have did some mixing and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I did a lot of mixing this week, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking with some crazy plug-ins. Shout out to my boy Razor, you feel me?
Yeah.
We been carving out shit, you know what I'm saying? And scoping niggas' sounds and shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been on, shopping and shit, you know what I'm saying? Chilling with the fam, all that,
For sure. I ain't did no type of Christmas shopping. I'm just on some. I'm gonna go though. I'm gonna do something for my tea lady and shit. Yeah. My tea lady, my pops, I think I got every year. I get the same amount of Christmas gifts a year. It's right. two over there, 2 over there. So that's 3 over there, and it's 4 over there. So it's 7. I get 7 gifts total.
You's a lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, 7 gifts total every year. Both parents on both sides. Because I got my tea lady and my step pops. Then I got my pops and my stepmom. Then I get little bro, little sis over there. Then little bro up over there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I do.
Simple shit.
Yeah. I probably spend everybody get gift cards from me, bro.
Hey, that's the easiest That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Like ain't nothing wrong with it. Nephews and nieces, that's what they get.
If you grown, you get $50 gas card or $50 gift card. And if you if you a kid. Because my parents, man, every time I buy them, try to get them something or do something, they be, don't do nothing. Then I ask them what they want. Don't do nothing. So I'll be like, man, let's go out to eat or something. Like, even for their birthdays, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, my pops, he just be wanting like a bottle of liquor, you know what I'm saying? That's all he be really wanting.
Something simple.
All that nigga do is work. So it's kind of like, what do you do for a nigga who can't tell you what he want? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, niggas don't, my stepdad, he rock with tools and shit like that, but it don't be really a whole lot to plug him on. So I just be keeping it simple, man. That's all I be on with that shit. So they didn't do no Christmas shopping. Went out yesterday, got fucked up. What other night did I go out? I went out one other night, but we went out there to the Trey yesterday, man, off Emancipation.
Yeah.
We was out there, nigga. I pulled up out there at 1:30. That was the first time in a long time I done pulled up for some Sunday fun day shit.
Right.
First time in a long time, nigga, that got out there in the daytime to catch brunch. And we went to that spot across the street from D-Bar, the Savoy. Went up there to the Savoy, got over there, kicked it, stayed over there for about 2 to 3 hours, then went across the D-Bar, about 5 maybe. Shit, stayed out there. Kinfolk left because his birthday tomorrow. He talking about he was coming back. That nigga never came back. Nigga, I was low-key drunk than a motherfucker because I hadn't slept the night before or the night before that. Because we had pulled up at my other cousin, Jordo Highs, for a housewarming. Wasn't even no housewarming party. We was just drinking, vibing, chilling.
Yeah.
Pulled up over there to fuck with that nigga. Nigga was loaded, nigga. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I got drunk. Didn't really get no sleep because I'm steady waking up having to keep up with all this content going on, all this editing. And, bro, I'm starting to feel it like I got to get some rest. I got to start working out. Like, this shit making the nigga feel old, kind of like just ripping and running, having to go over here. Then the content take up all day. The information, this and that. Then yesterday, nigga, phone died at D-Bar, so I went to go sit in the car. And I was already sleepy. I was drunk, nigga. I sat down in that bitch and slept with the car running for about 20 minutes in that hole, nigga. Like, just charging my phone up. That shit felt good to the motherfucker. Then lost my key in that motherfucker. Had to find that. And man, it was crazy. D-Bar ratchet in the motherfucker, too. But it's a good ratchet. I fucks with D-Bar. Shout out to that whole Emancipation, man, on that South, man. They got some good shit over there. Niggas pulled the slabs out. All that shit. Yeah. Niggas was slab riding on that hoe looking good, man. Shout out to the D-Bar. I'm going to go fuck with that shit one more time again, man. I like that crowd. So let's get into it, man. We had a lot of news go down this week, man.
Yeah, man. A bunch of shit.
The biggest shit that hit Houston, and other stuff been ongoing kind of, but the biggest shit that hit Houston, man, TSF artists, not Sauce Walka. I want to make that very clear.
Facts.
Right. Sauce Walka is not involved, but 3 TSF artists were picked up on RICO charges and innocent until proven guilty. We got Sancho, Big Sanchi, then we got Fifth Ward JP, and also TSF Punch, man. All of them were picked up and part of this federal indictment of a 14-man.
Damn, I didn't know they had got Sanchi too.
Yeah, they got Sanchi too, man. The reports say meth, bro. The reports say meth, but who knows? It could be they charging it something that's broken down or put together. Or,
I seen they were saying something about a switch of guns or some shit too. Right?
See, it's the 2 gun charges are for 2 different other people on there.
Right. Oh, okay.
But they putting it all as one because it's the RICO. But one person is a convicted felon and had a gun on him. He had a 57 Ruger on him, and he's a convicted felon.
That's a bad motherfucker, man.
And then another person had a
57 Ruger. That's
yeah. Somebody had a 57 Ruger. This is what I read in the report. And then another guy had the switch on him.
Oh, now that's what you don't want.
They said facing 10 years on that.
And they not playing about
Then
them.
it's another one, and they got his name on there. You can read it up on justice.gov or the news site. But when you Google it, it comes right up. Is some guy with the last name of Moore. He's the one that they saying allegedly was trying to deal heroin. They said everybody but 2 of them, everybody except 2, was trying to deal meth. So I don't know everything. I don't know what's all what. They went to court today at 9 a.m. They actually got picked up last Wednesday.
Right.
And so they said they going after violent offenders. They said there was a violent crime involved in this somewhere, and I don't know what that was. They didn't say exactly what that was, but they're going after violent offenders in the city right now for the violence. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, it's cleanup time, man. If you know anything about Houston, man, you know what I'm saying? It could be a domino effect of shit.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Not I'm talking about like not speaking on what they got going on, but just in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like when this motherfucker start getting hit like that, it's a lot of motherfuckers get hit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, get your shit together. Make sure you get your game face on. Your lawyers tight. You know what I'm saying? And shit, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know how that RICO shit go though, you know. And they shit federal, it ain't no state thing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, man. They said they going after the violence. That's what they focused on. Anything got anything to do with violence, they say they after.
Pretty much on it.
They said if it got anything to do with some violent stuff, man. So
for you niggas that got all them felonies and shit that be out here bucking,
you got to be careful, man.
It's looking for you.
And I'm gonna keep saying this, bro. Don't let that rap music, cause I'm a nigga, bro. And I'm heavily influenced by rap, but I know what lines to cross and what lines not to cross. Cause I grew up, I done made mistakes, been turned up off some rap shit and man, ain't nobody perfect in this world. We ain't nobody perfect. Everybody can get influenced on some stuff, but I tell y'all what not to get influenced on. Them switches that these niggas talk about in this music, because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Unless you are committed to doing drive-bys, it's no point in putting a switch on your gun, dog, because we already know they ain't accurate for one. And then on top of that, you are telling them I'm using this with the intent to overkill or overshoot something, and they looking at it like this is a murderous weapon, and that it's no point in having a switch on the gun, bro. And unless you really riding around trying to do motherfucking drills, and that's what they believe in. That's why you can't have them, bro. You modifying the weapon illegally to get away with a form of regular shooting and murder. So I wouldn't fall for the hype, bro. It sound good in music. It might be cool in a conversation, but fam, I would suggest you don't ride around doing drive-bys, period. But having a... You know, niggas don't like to listen to me, though. We've had this conversation before while I said it.
Bruh. The whole shit with the, you know, niggas been playing with them guns for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like on the street wise, niggas trying to do modifications and all that. But this switch thing, bro, it's like that whole I ain't saying it's easy to get, but that's how it seemed like.
It is now.
Cause a bunch of niggas got them bitches, bro. Them bitches be multicolored and all type of shit.
I don't even fuck with them. I would never buy one, but a nigga just here in the streets, man, they got them hoes for this price, and the price is dropping on them like they damn near selling them like a pair of Jordans now.
No cap.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, for real. Them motherfuckers are easy to get, man.
Yeah, that shit that don't make no sense.
Nigga come to me with them motherfuckers, hey man, I don't want that shit. No sir.
And it's just crazy, like bro, you niggas ain't taking time to learn how to shoot. You know what I'm saying?
A regular pistol.
Like a regular gun. So you got this bad motherfucker just
niggas putting them on
any and everything.
That bitch
like, you feel me?
Bro,
the motherfuckers ain't accurate at all. Like, that's the reason I ain't never really fucked with one, because it's like, for what?
It's like a Uzi, bro. It's a drive-by gun. That's what the real thing is, of having it like on some shit. But niggas is grabbing it off a trend. But you really grabbing something off a trend that's really not even seen by them as a self-defense mechanism. That's an advantage mechanism that they looking at them things as, bro. We don't make the rules here, they do. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell niggas,
a lot of rounds going extremely fast.
Exactly.
Going nowhere fast.
I'm talking about that shit is crazy. You gonna walk a nigga down with some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then just imagine it's 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? With one of them shooting at it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what they looking at them as.
And then you gotta think, niggas is shooting 30 or better.
Off the muscle.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, so you got 3-4 niggas. That's a lot of bullets.
That's a lot of bullets coming out in seconds.
You know what I'm saying?
Seconds, my nigga. And that's
dangerous.
And that's what they looking at. And that's
niggas on Percocets and motherfucking balls and goddamn fake pills, real pills.
Some of these niggas right now, bro, are buying these switches on these guns, and all you doing is signing yourself up to fuck up, get high, get drunk, forgetful, anything like that, have it in your car. You get caught with that, my nigga, you going down. There's no point of buying that shit for a trend, my nigga, because it sound cool or look cool, or a nigga made you think you needed that shit. Unless you finna go do a drill or something, that shit is useless.
I ain't gonna lie. Think about how many niggas just get killed at the hands of that shit, bro. Like, have you seen the pictures of the damage that shit do?
Yeah,
I'm talking about
when they do hit them up.
I'm talking about, you know how like a honeycomb look?
To tear your face off.
Man, that's how them niggas' face be looking, bro.
It just don't make no sense, bro. Unless you, because when you get caught with it, they gonna look at it like, hey, bro, you got this with the intent to murder. Yeah. It ain't the intent of self-defense, bro. We don't make the rules, y'all. We don't We just gonna tell niggas the real. man, if you grabbing that shit for a trend,
just
stay away from it.
Stay away from it.
Shit, don't get caught with it, nigga. I'm gonna tell you.
A lot of motherfuckers who be grabbing.
If you want to play with it, nigga, don't get caught with it. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
And don't drop the motherfucker neither, man.
I ain't gonna tell you don't whip.
If you got a gun with a switch on it and you drop that bitch is going off.
Facts,
off the muscle, bro.
Off the muscle.
And a lot of motherfuckers don't know that, so I'm just putting y'all up on game, man.
So we,
don't get caught with it and don't drop it.
Facts. So we want to just put that out there, clear that up with Sauce Walka. He is not a part of the RICO at all. He's dropping Ghetto Gospel 3 new music. Shout out Peso. His brother was actually caught up in that also. Julo. So we just gotta wait and see what happened till more facts come out. They actually went to court today at 9 a.m. again, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know what happened today in court. I'm waiting on the news to update, see if it's something that need to be spoke on. I want to say there was Sancho lawyer that spoke out there, and shout out to Sancho, bro. I never forget, man, and just keeping it 1,000. Dog came up to me multiple times this year. It told me how much he fuck with me and got like respect for what I do, like straight up, like dap, hug, hey, bro. Hold my hand and like, nigga, do your shit, bro. I fuck with it. Like, keep doing it. So, and that meant a lot to a nigga because keeping it 1,000, Sancho was a nigga that never spoke to me before. And I just was trying to read, like, you know how H-Town niggas is. We don't be just friendly like that.
Trying to read a nigga first.
Nah, me. I let my I let my guard down with this rap shit. You feel me? Like, man, let me stop that H-Town ego shit. Let me stop that too hard, too stiff shit and be willing to speak to strangers and network and communicate, bro, because the nigga got to do that to elevate. You got to communicate to elevate, bro. I'm sitting in the room stiff like you doing how the H-Town streets raises. H-Town streets are raising nigga. Sit in the room. Hey, nigga, don't lock eyes with a nigga too long. Nigga ain't even on there. It's like, bro, nigga don't even be on no gangster shit or
nothing.
And
the nigga be chilling for real.
But it's, yeah, exactly. Nigga don't be on no gangster shit at all. But you get in a room full of H-Town niggas and be like, hey, bro, hey, I can't let these niggas think I'm weak in this hoe, cause that's the nigga that can.
Nigga was brought up.
That's the nigga that can be fucked over. That's the nigga that'll get tested. That's the nigga that'll get sized up and talked about if you look too da-da-da. But now I'm like, man, fuck that nigga. I'm a grown man. Man, I'm gonna speak to every nigga in the room. Man, what's good, nigga? Hey, what's good, nigga? Da-da-da. And it be some niggas, you'll speak to every nigga in the room. They still on that old school shit. Nigga, I don't know you, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be catching it sometimes. I be like, what's up, boy? Nigga be like, fuck it, hey, nigga. You having a bad day, nigga.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, but.
Fuck yeah.
Nah, but Sancho used to kind of like not speak to me at first. And it wasn't no beef or nothing. I never felt animosity towards him. But then it's like, now it's like, he was like, man, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Like, da-da-da. So I fuck with Sancho, bro, the long way, dog, because that nigga really, like, showed me love and gave a nigga his flowers multiple times. And
but you know what's crazy, bro? Not to cut you off, but it's like knowing, like, not knowing a nigga on a personal, but seeing actions of it, like just TSF, know what I'm saying, within the city and other shit that you don't really just see outside of the internet shit. Yeah. And then when you see some shit like this happen, it's just like, damn, it's fucked up. Because at the end of the day, these niggas really some good niggas.
They
really, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be really some good niggas, you know what I'm saying? And really be looking out and holding it down. And it just be crazy because a lot of people gonna really start judging motherfucker because how a nigga moving. Oh, nigga, you should have been doing this. I thought you was a rapper. I thought you did it. But say, man, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? Some of this shit ain't for everybody like how it is for some niggas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't just the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
then you know what happens, bro? It's like nigga have and not saying this for Sancho because I don't know what's what innocent until proven guilty, but in the world, the nigga have 95% positive going on, but 5% negative. But if that 5% negative gets caught up in a headline or put out there to the public, that represents you as a whole.
And that's fucked up.
And that's what's fucked up because Sancho's the same nigga, like I put in my video. He's the nigga that went viral twice this year.
For some good
for
shit.
Saving a baby earlier this year, and now he's viral for this. But earlier this year, he went viral for having a baby walking on the street in a pamper, no clothes on, freezing cold in the rain, stopped, saved him, wouldn't give the baby up till the police came and everything like that, and went viral off of that, man. All the news crews want to talk to him and interview him. And I seen him after that. And that was the first time I ever went up to Sancho. I seen him at a car show and dog show after that. And I went up to him and I said, man, what's up, bro? Hey, good shit, my nigga. And that nigga was like, for real, bro, appreciate that. And I said 100. Then after that, man, it been love with that nigga, bro. 100. And Sauce always been showing love, bro. Sauce be the nigga. I walk in the room, man, Sauce gon' link me with, hey, man, this my nigga such. He from Florida. He from Waco. Hey, this the nigga in the city to get with. He one of the niggas.
Right.
He one of the niggas in our city that do media. Y'all need to lock in with him, bro. Y'all got to tap in with him. I'm like, I respect it, bro. Shout out to TSF, man, for sure. 100. Shout out to the TSF business. And we just got to wait and see what happened. Innocent until proven guilty, bro.
Yes, sir.
So to move on to the next, man. In this conversation here, it's a lot going on with YSL.
Yeah, man.
Have y'all saw the latest?
Slimmy.
Thug was actually in court again today, and they were talking to, and I want to play this for the people, bro, so niggas can know the real. Innocent until proven guilty. But this is what was played in court today for one of the people on this case who's an accused shooter of somebody in this case. And this is what happened with him in the courtroom today, and it just like, wow, I can't believe I'm watching this in real. I can't believe they letting us see this in real time. And then one nigga said, nah, people need to see this because they need to know it's real.
Right.
It's real.
Let's go.
The boy too said, it's real.
Call. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
One side of the jail.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's up?
You tell me.
What you doing?
Right. Huh?
What you doing?
Crying my eyes out.
You ain't got to cry, man. It's alright. These folks come out. I got the kids.
Hello.
He just said I got to eat that. I got to wrap it up. I got 1 minute left. Shit, just goddamn. If you can take songs, what we gonna do to hell? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna call you.
If I could do what now?
If you can take it up, that's home. You feel what I'm saying? Before you go do that, like on your way to do that.
I was gonna, you go to watch English, I couldn't leave the house. I was gonna have her come here.
And Your Honor, this is the part that we believe is relevant on this part, which is that he asked the called party to take it up there to him on her way to go do hair. And
They basically, I don't know if y'all can hear, but basically what happened
I
is
heard it very clear.
that he's on, this is a jail phone call that he was on.
Recorded.
They recorded his jail phone call, and this is what they was going to probably deny his bond anyways, but this is what solidified and cemented his bond being denied in court. He is a part of the YSL RICO, and they played his phone call from jail back on there where he's giving instructions to move this around, take this from there. Sounded like he said a phone or something or some other shit, and I don't know exactly what he said, so he just was giving some instructions. And
All right. Man.
and his lady is on there crying, and she told him he needs to cooperate. You got kids. Can you cooperate? And he was like, man, stop crying, man. I ain't finna be doing all this. You know, you need to stop crying. But she in there saying,
And he's the guy that's what is he charged with again?
murder.
Okay.
One of the guys that's charged of murder.
Yeah, he should have just chilled the fuck out.
And it's crazy because his lady is telling him to cooperate, and he's sitting right there on that side of the table, and Thug is sitting right there.
See, you know how many niggas be on the phone like that?
Yeah,
Bro, just imagine being in jail, nigga. You see this nigga over there on the phone.
Yeah.
And then you just see the energy on the nigga. You can tell the body line. You can just tell, like, yeah, this nigga over there, he over there, he on the phone. You can down there how he, yeah, she getting on your ass. She telling you, nigga, you fucking over these niggas and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can see that shit. There'd be a lot of pressure on some niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Gotta
man.
stay strong though if you committed to that lifestyle, bro. I'm firm on that. I'd rather niggas not go through this or make these decisions, but I'm a firm believer in, hey, bro, when you make your bed, you gotta lay in it and own it. So
True.
that was just what happened today in court. They were trying to,
Crazy.
bro. They played that shit in there, bro, and it was way worse than that.
I'm just saying, it's just crazy how
yeah.
reckless, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker talk on that phone, you know what
Facts.
I'm saying? Especially when a nigga be in that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
And they don't be
Because a lot of
understanding.
times when niggas hearing all that little shit in the beginning of the phone, you know what I'm saying? Forget. They just say fuck
They
it.
just say fuck it.
And just like shit,
gotta
they
do it.
ain't gonna use this shit in court for real. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
That's what most niggas thinking though.
That's what they yup.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where they fuck up at.
They don't really use that shit on niggas unless it's just some
Unless
shit.
it's some shit that can get your ass.
You feel
Yeah.
me? Get your ass dope. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
So that shit crazy, man. I'm talking about that boy. I ain't gonna lie. That boy sound like he hit the prayer circle and came out that hoe like, man, I'm finna just tell, man, my guy tripping and shit.
But nah, he was in that whole smirking like he playing hardball. The nigga acting like, you know, his lawyer playing hardball. He standing on business.
That's
He
cool.
got to.
Got to. I'm hey, like I said, bro, if you committed to that, you can't go cooperate to me, bro. I'm not basing that off the street code. I'm basing that off the man code, bro. Like
Exactly.
this, you got to be a
That
man.
boy got that M. See, when the nigga got that M, man, you gotta stand firm, really.
Yeah.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? And try to go the hardest way, because they gonna try to fold you regardless.
They gonna
Allegedly,
what?
we're gonna say allegedly. And then also, they tried to what he was trying to do. His lawyer, and I didn't get to see Thug's part in court today, but he was in there. And it's crazy because all three of them niggas sitting at the table. It was three niggas at the table.
Yeah.
Then it was one nigga. I guess he don't have a lawyer. The other nigga, dark nigga with dreads and face tats. He was kind of sitting behind the bench, like not in the little area where the lawyers and niggas sitting at.
Right.
He's sitting in the back right there, like in the crowd kind of, but he on the first row in the crowd. And he got on blue suits, but everybody else, he had on blue like jail suits, but everybody else had on everybody was G'd up. Everybody hair was done, all that shit.
Right. I seen
But
that.
he-
I'm telling them niggas played it.
Yeah, they looking good in
Thug
there.
come out that hoe like he finna, you know, that's his.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
I
other
say,
nigga too,
that's a good look, man.
The other nigga too with the dreads and the tat up here with the gold dreads.
Yeah, they were cool little suit on too.
Yeah, he
You
had
know,
a suit on and the nigga.
It's getting time. You just know it's getting closer to play ball.
Yeah.
You know
January
what I'm
9th.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
That is
man.
less than 2 weeks
And when,
away.
when they say they gonna pick out the jury,
I think that's supposed
like
to be
on
coming.
the 5th or some shit like
They
that.
in
January
court.
5th.
They in court tomorrow. Then I think they said the 28th they in court. And then maybe I think this whole week they going to court. But his lawyer was pushing for the racketeering to be taken off. That got denied. Also, he tried to get the YouTube video evidence taken out, saying, and you know, he kind of seemed like he a new lawyer. I don't know, but he was fighting for it. He said, hey, man, this is a RICO Act formed in the state of Georgia. Why is this formed in the state of Georgia? He said, we don't know where this YouTube video was shot at. He said that, and it was like, I don't know. They denied that too, though. Like, nah,
that's some hard.
he was just trying.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
He was
I ain't
trying
gonna lie,
everything.
that was a good shot. That was
Then
a
he
good
tried
shot.
to get the trial separated, and his claims for that was, my client can't afford to be having a 6-7 month trial and having me to come sit in days where I'm only gonna be speaking for him for 10 minutes, and I have to sit in here all day, and I'm charging him by the hour.
Right.
Because you're trying him with everybody else, so I might have to be here when court start, but he paying for a whole day for me to only speak for him for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's like that. He said, we want to try to get it separated so we can get his trial done within a week.
Right.
And shit, you know, they denied that also. So
Yeah, they playing hardball.
and
That's some bullshit.
so the other talk that happened this week, man, the main thing was Gunna. Gunna took a plea, and it sounds very bad in the courtroom. And I know.
It sound fucked up.
It make you say,
Let me play the clip, and then I want to get y'all take on it.
God.
Let me play the actual clip of what was said in the courtroom by Gunna, what got everybody just on they like, man, what is going on? What is being talked about?
It's confusing, man. It's damn sure
Nah,
confusing.
very. I don't think it was meant for us to understand because it's no, it is. No,
Nah,
let me rephrase it.
it's really you understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
It's just
like,
so many fucking opinions that just
Exactly.
that's what's confusion.
Exactly.
It's whoever you consume that information from that
Exactly.
Right.
it'll fuck up.
So
what
he
you
was
got going
released,
on.
and here we go with it right here. Make sure I got it on the good spot.
Everybody say Thug finna make history either way. No bullshit.
Right about that.
Shit, history already made.
What?
Keeping it all the way at Thigh.
Yep.
Damn.
Hold on, real quick.
Goddamn.
Back it up some.
Ghana.
And this is what sounds crazy to people. We're going to play it right now.
I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statement suggests in the case of his Alford plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
A YSL indictment includes Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug. His attorney, Brian Steele, has said,
Mr. Williams committed no crime.
Judge Ural Glanville.
I find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I find no factual basis for your plea, and I'm going to accept your plea as tendered and as negotiated.
Now, Jacoby Hudson, defense attorney for YSL case defendant Walter Murphy, confirms that late Tuesday, Murphy pled guilty to a racketeering conspiracy count and has been released from the Fulton County Jail already. Hudson says Murphy will not testify about the conduct of any other individual defendants. Hudson indicated how Murphy changed his life after he got out of...
So, with that being said, let me explain to everybody that's here what they have taken. They have taken what they call an Alford plea, meaning, hey, I'm not saying I'm guilty, but I'm acknowledging if I were to go to trial, that y'all would have enough to convict me.
True.
In Gunna in them case, they are saying now that anything they say cannot be used against anybody individually off of this Alford plea.
True.
And they saying nothing. So that's one thing, but then it was like, okay, you saying individually, but the fact you acknowledge that YSL was a gang and da-da-da, and Thug's whole argument is YSL is not a gang, can that be used against them at all? They saying that now today that can't be used. Nothing they said can be used.
Right.
Only thing that can be used is if they go to trial.
Right.
But if they do go to trial, they have the option to plead the fifth.
Right.
So basically, it sounds like a sweet deal to me, because also Thug has gotten evidence thrown out that was obtained in 2015. That's another thing that happened over this past week. So it seems it's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. What are you staying with this, Twan?
I mean, I had to look up the Alford plea before I, you know what I'm saying? That's why I had sent that to you when you was like, man, what the fuck is going on? And once I looked up the Alford plea, I was like, all right. So he's, basically acknowledging, this can be used against us if, in trial or whatever. And at the same time maintaining his innocence. Me personally, I don't look at that as snitching, but the internet ain't got no chill, so they been on bro ass. But when everybody who hit me about it, once I put the little Alford plea shit out there, I just told them, just go look up the Alford plea, bro, and whatever you determine from that is what you determine. But what I determine from it is, he got a sweet deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cuz don't want no more hot dogs. Like, shit, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's the Alford plea. Like, you got to go read that shit and you got to understand it and then go back and listen to what they saying and it'll make a little more sense to you, man. Everybody be so quick to throw this out there and throw that out there. And it's like, I don't really know if that's fair because, you know, you got to just, it's the Alford plea. Once I read that shit, and I read it a few times so that way I could make sure I understood it. And I went over and I was like, okay, all right. I don't really see him doing nothing wrong. And that's just in my eyes, you feel me? I don't see him doing nothing wrong, man. A lot of people feel differently, but I kind of feel like, you know, Thugger might have known. I don't see him doing this without coming, you know what I'm saying, without hollering at Thugger first, you know what I'm saying? Now, if he did, then it might be a different story. But in my eyes, I feel like shit, he did that and maintain, okay, this can be used against me in trial or whatever. But I'm also maintaining my innocence at the same time. I'm just letting y'all know that, hey, shit, this shit can be used against me if I do to go to trial, which I don't see him doing that, which he already played out and got his sentence. Man, I just wish them boys the best, man. Like, shit, I just wish them the best.
What you think, Pokey?
Shit, you know, it's that little mission of guilt, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just basically, you know what I'm saying, let them know you're guilty, you know what I'm saying? And whatever little bargaining going on between them, you know what I'm saying? I'll just look at it like this. It all depends on what happened to Thug, bro.
True. Yeah.
The outcome of Young Thug, bro. That's what's gonna really determine. This is speaking on the little tattletale shit to
right.
say shit. You gotta see what happened to Thug before you can just really
gotta see what they bring at Thug.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that it was the video that kind of turned everybody up, seeing him on court in the courtroom and saying this is a gang, and then the detriment to the community, and then saying I know of acts of violence that they have done, and then the other write-up was like, oh, I unknowingly I didn't know my music was used to, you know, push forward the gang, basically.
Right. Bro, but you know what's funny, though? Just keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Niggas was already looking for Gunna to be the weakest link.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So any little thing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know it looks bad.
It was gonna go that way for him. I'm talking about on some internet shit.
Yeah, some internet
shit.
But I say, you know, us as adults and people who have knowledge, I think you got to sit back and wait a little bit for you go on a public platform.
You definitely got to.
Because you got to know it's certain things being discussed that you don't know. Right. Now, at first when I heard, I was like, oh, man. But I'm like, nah, something ain't right when I started seeing and paying attention to the wording. Then when the other three Slime Life Shawty, Duke, and then also the co-founder took this same deal.
The same plea, yeah.
And I think
the
co-founder...
And that was the thing. He took the bitch first.
Yeah, to my understanding.
Yeah, he was the first one to take it.
He was the first one, and he the co-founder.
Yeah.
And then it's like I was telling you, bro, that shit just gone.
It's a trickle effect.
Niggas just finna start taking pleas, because the main thing is, how I look at this shit is not to go to trial.
Right.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want, if I was in that situation, I would not want to go to trial.
Even much with Thug, it's like,
plea out.
Don't go to trial. You know what I'm saying? Get as much shit threw up off of me so I can have a better chance of going home.
Exactly.
Instead of just doing a little bit more time type shit. That's how I'm kind of looking at this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, you know, you really can't knock a nigga for their decisions and what they do with their money. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas ain't had to pay no court fees, no restitutions, no nothing. So niggas paid a nice little penny for this situation, bro.
I just tell everybody, wait, bro. I know everybody jumping out there looks away. You got some people protesting and campaigning. I done seen Boosie jump out there and go crazy. I seen a lot of niggas jump out there and go crazy, bro, or just show signs of, I can't fuck with dog no more. And I'm like, bro, we gotta wait.
Hear it out.
Let's wait. Let's see what happens all the way, and then
make our conclusion.
And then we'll make our conclusion, bro. The trial starting on January 9th. And I mean, it's gonna be a long trial, but man, we don't have to have an answer right now, bro. Right. And like I said, I want to make this very clear. How many niggas before last week knew what an Alford plea was?
Shit, I can't count one.
How many niggas know? Nigga, I didn't learn what an Alford plea was until 2022 when that weird nigga Miko Worldwide, his case came up and went all over the place on the internet. Before that, I didn't know that exists. We've been disadvantaged of learning the law and learning terms. Yeah. And this, bro, you know, technically, by the way they described it, I have the right to plead the fifth if I go to trial, meaning I don't have to answer no questions. What I said in the courtroom can't be used. So how is this snitching? So I say that to say we need to start learning the law for real and nigga what you can and can't get away with so we can slither through these cracks instead of saying, hey man, it's like, nah nigga, why would I go to jail if I could just go on here and say this and I done hollered at my dog and let him know, hey bro, they gave me action, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
I ain't gonna lie. Look, you gotta always remember, bro. It's 28 people, right?
Yeah.
So we can get 28 convictions, right?
Yes.
Or more. But for sure, 28.
For sure, 28.
You know what I'm saying? We got a whole gang injunction situation. So you gotta look at it on the number side for the state. Yep. It just look good. You gonna have X amount of years that you finna get out of these 28 people. Yep. Whether a nigga go to jail or not on paper. You know what I'm saying? Because on paper, Gunna got 5 years. See what I'm saying? So it's gonna look like niggas got a bunch of time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look like they really did a good job whether niggas go to jail or not.
Right.
So that's what this shit really about, is getting them motherfucking convictions, bro. Getting them felonies, nigga, and getting niggas to admit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like I know, like you can bluff them hoes and yeah, I'm gonna go to trial and shit, man. That right plea deal come up, hey man, I'm gonna plead out to this shit, man, so I can go and do my little whoopty whoopty and get back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Sound
like they caught a play, and I think everything is gonna come out once. I mean, I'm pretty much sold on that case. That's why I'm not gonna jump out there, because I'm sold on it now, bro. Like, it seemed like really after I heard that Thug Lawyer found that crack. In the situation with the way
they got action.
They arrested the nigga in 2015 and did a search warrant that they didn't have a search warrant for. Mm-hmm. And they using this evidence in court, and it's like the judge is like, oh, hold on, nah. The judge already said this is unlawful. Y'all can't use this shit here.
Exactly.
And they trying to get him to override. He said, oh no, I'm not going against no other judge. Y'all got the game fucked up. So I'm like, oh, this is a little victory here. So let's just wait. We don't know what they talking about behind the scenes. So that's just where I stand with that. But that has been the talk of the internet as of late, man.
But once I saw that shit, I went and looked it up. And like I say, I went over it 4 or 5 times so that way I could know for sure, like, what the fuck I was talking about before I, you know what I'm saying, before I sent it to you and because I got a few little DMs afterwards. I'm like, bro, just go look up the Alford plea and it'll tell you, whatever you need to know.
Hey, I think we'll all agree with this, bro. All of us. And, we need to tell the community, bro, let's start learning some of these laws, my nigga. Like, especially if you are invested in a life of crime, you might as well go ahead and get used to the law, my nigga. Start learning some of this shit. Learn your wiggle rooms and shit, because
it's always wiggle room. I don't give
a damn. Niggas want everything to be snitching, and you don't really be knowing what snitching is.
Bro, that's why I say with Gunna, it's kind of like.
And they was already looking at him to be the weak link anyway, so it's like any little room he gave a motherfucker to jump on that snitch shit, they jumped on it. But if that's how you feel, just go read the Alford plea, bro. Read it more than once so you have a total understanding of it.
I realize people got a short attention span and they don't want to think it's outside the box. They don't want to read. They don't want to understand. They're not even watching the videos to understand, hey, what he said cannot be used, and if he go to trial, he got the right to plead the fifth, which this means right here, bro. They kind of they have no value anymore. Why would I even call you to trial if you could plead the fifth the whole time?
It's no point.
It don't even make no sense.
You're gonna plead the fifth to everything.
You can plead the fifth to everything with no type of consequence, supposedly. So
I look at it as a win for YSL.
I think people is looking at it like this. Nah, I heard that nigga say that in court. That's snitching.
Nah.
Let's wait and see.
Nah, facts. After they said Young Thug name, they said that the whole is YSL gang, and then further, that shit just make you look bad, bro.
Yeah, it do. It make you look bad.
It does.
Ain't no way around.
It do make you look bad. I'm not gonna lie.
It make you look bad.
It
Make
does
you
make
look
you
like
look bad.
damn, nigga, you just said
Because when I heard it, I said, oh.
especially in the culture, bro.
Yeah,
in the culture,
I ain't gonna lie. I had when I first heard it, I was like, oh damn, this nigga thugger when I was sad. And I said, hold on, man, let me go check up on this Alford plea shit and see what this is. So I read up on it a few times, and I was like, all right, okay, no. He took a smart plea. Y'all can't use none of this shit in trial, and if y'all do try to, I can plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't told on nobody.
He ain't told on nobody, bro,
so
but they looking at the YSL shit, what he said. So that's that, man. You ain't gonna win with the internet.
Yeah.
But we'll keep y'all updated, man. We'll be back next week on this topic again, because there's gonna be some more developments for sure.
Bullshit.
We'll keep y'all updated on it. WSB TV, 11 Alive, and everything of that nature. So let's get into this Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez thing. And before we start, I do want to play a clip. We are here, but there's something that went on, the latest development in this case. This is coming from lawyers from workers. He's somebody who's in the courtroom. Shout out to the reporters who are getting us the news to where we can read it and understand it, or listen to it and understand it. Allegra with Mob Radio. She been doing her thing. Alex Alonso with Street TV. I actually called into him and talked one night. He been getting all the information from the courtroom to the people. They taking notes on what's being said as it's going on and happening. And lawyers for workers right here. This is the latest thing he said that happened in the courtroom.
Interesting testimony.
I'm gonna play the last two things. So we'll be updated on what happened in court today.
All right, there was a report about a juror having some potential improper contact. The internet was taking a tweet and running with it. That's not what the tweet said. So first off, let's be clear on what the issue with the juror is. There's a juror who has an issue. Has nothing to do with contacting Tory's team. Their issue are medical doctor appointments that were preventing them from being able to attend the trial. They've told the judge, and now the judge is discussing with the lawyers whether, given this juror's need to show up to their doctor's appointments, they need to be replaced with an alternate. Separately, the prosecution has raised the issue that the jurors are walking in and out of the courtroom and don't always have a sheriff's escort with them. So the prosecution is saying that there is the potential for improper contact between jurors and members of the media, members of the audience, members of the public, and anybody in Tory's team. They could be walking into the building together. They could end up in an elevator together. And so as a result, the prosecution is asking the judge to make sure that the sheriff's department escorts the jurors in and out of the courtroom and make sure that there is no improper contact between jurors and the defendant or the media or members of the public. That's all. I don't expect this to be a big issue. We will see if ultimately this...
Meg's hairstylist, EJ, testified. Let me catch you up on what went on with him. It was a very, very interesting testimony from him. First of all, I'm 6'4". This guy's like 6'5". Huge presence, heels. He's like clicking, stomping through the courtroom. He had beautiful flowing hair down to like his belly button, bright pink suit on, amazing presence. And then the scene that he walked into. So we had lunch, and then we come back from lunch, and like 30, 45 minutes goes by. The judge isn't there. The lawyers aren't there. Everybody's very confused. What's going on? Well, what's going on is nobody had ever heard what EJ had to say before. And so the lawyers and the judge were in the back going over with EJ to make sure his testimony is appropriate to present to the jury. Now, when he comes out, the defense attorney presents him as their witness. He's the defense's first witness. The defense attorney explains to the jury that nobody has ever spoken to him. The police have never interviewed him. No one knows what he's going to say. There was a moment where the question is asked to EJ, hey, at some point in the night, did something happen to Meg that gave you concern? And EJ lets out a big sigh. And he's like, yes. And we were on the edge of our seat, like, what is he about to say? Then he's like, her wig started slipping. And then he's like, yo, her wig started slipping. I went to her. I was like, yo, we got to fix this wig. We tried to fix it, and then it started slipping some more. We went to the bathroom. In the bathroom, we realized this wig cannot be fixed, and we were ready to go. The rest of his testimony, let me take you what he went. First off, amazing witness, great presence. Believe everything he said. I'd said that about Kelsey in the morning. By the afternoon, nobody believed anything Kelsey said. The whole day, EJ testified. The whole day, everybody believed what everything EJ said, if you ask me. So EJ testified. They get there. They check into their room. Kelsey goes, starts playing Pong. Meg changes, comes down. She's playing Pong. Everybody starts drinking. Defense attorney, hey, how much did they drink? He's like, a lot. Like, how much? And he's like, well, EJ, I remember at some point thinking to myself, damn, that's a lot of bottles these people have gone through. And the defense attorney established that there was about 6 to 8 people there who had drank almost 6 to 7 bottles, according to EJ. On the cross-examination, the prosecutor came out and he's like, well, how many people were there? And were some of them, wasn't Odell Beckham Jr. there? He's a big guy. And EJ was like, nah, BJ wasn't drinking. And so it kind of killed the prosecutor's point. Look, EJ established they're very drunk. The other big point that EJ established, he said that Kelsey packed her own bag. He said that he had seen previously in Meg's luggage and her items things for personal protection like mace, a taser, and what looked like a handgun. He didn't see it that night, or he doesn't recall whether he saw it that night, but before he had seen it. He established that Kelsey packed her own bag and that he moved Kelsey's bag from his car to the trunk of Tori's car. And then the defense established that if you look at where the bag is, Kelsey's bag, when the police pulled over the car, the bag is not in the trunk anymore. The bag has been moved from the trunk, from the over the third row, and it's now in the middle of the bench seat. So, question, did somebody move that bag? Did the gun come out of the bag? That's where the defense is going with this. The rest of EJ's testimony, he basically said that, there was this issue with Tori and Kylie, and it eventually gets Meg to be irritated, not acting like herself. He also explained that Corey Gamble was there, suggesting that, it's time to go, and that's when he felt a little uncomfortable, like, we need to get going. There was a laugh out loud moment in the courtroom when he was like, the defense attorney's like, why'd you feel like you needed to go? He's like, I don't want to, I felt like we were the black people and we were the last people there, and so I didn't want to be the last black people there. The whole courtroom laughed. I laughed. EJ was, like I said, just a tremendous witness. And the rest of the testimony, it was just tit for tat. The defense would bring something up, the prosecution would bring something up. So, the prosecution's like, oh, did you see Kelsey with a gun in her bikini bottoms? And EJ was like, no. So the defense attorney would go up and be like, did you see Tori with a gun in his swimming trunks? And EJ was like, he wasn't wearing swimming trunks, he was wearing drawers. And the defense attorney's like, he was wearing what? He's like, he's wearing drawers. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like boxer short, like drawers. There was a point about cooking, and the cross-examining, the defense attorney was bringing out all of the lies in Meg's statement, and so then the prosecution tried to get EJ in a lie. He's like, wasn't Meg cooking? And EJ's like, yeah, Meg was cooking. And he's like, wasn't she cooking nachos? And EJ's like, no, I remember tacos. And he's like, are you sure it was taco night, are you? Like, oh my God, like, what are we talking about? It's another part.
This case has become a real
The prosecutor is like, they were very drunk. Well, are they happy drunks or are they mean drunks? And EJ's like, what do you mean? Like, what does that mean? And then it really blew up in the prosecutor's face, because EJ's like, well, they're party starters, they can be happy, but Meg it can also go left. Meg can be very wild, she can be not herself. Kelsey can be like the Tasmanian devil, she can cuss you out, she can really start barking. And if you ask me, listening to that part, it was like, okay, yeah. Ultimately, EJ made for entertaining witness, other than the fact that he established that Meg lied about things and is not being completely truthful about things, like, why she didn't want to leave, whatever. But the big thing that he established was that Kelsey packed her own bag, that he put the bag in the trunk. Why? During the time that they moved this car with the bag gone from the trunk to the middle seat. That sounds very interesting to me. That's a good point established by the defense.
All right, subscriber only.
So, I do want to say this. I didn't really look to see who did they say that this gun belonged to.
They saying the Kelsey girl.
Saying it belongs to Kelsey as far as
that's who they was asking about
the bag and
the bag, who packed the bags, and then they was asking him.
He said he saw one before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, in this act, just to be in this actual shooting, the one that got shot, did it belong to Kelsey? Like the one that's in evidence for the shooting.
They didn't
have
say.
no idea.
They
ain't said nothing like
said,
that.
yeah.
Not from what I heard. They ain't
Okay,
said
I haven't heard anything on that shit.
That whole motherfucker just went left. Like,
this whole thing been going left and back and forth every day. So at this point in time, we now have a witness saying he's seen Kelsey with a gun.
Right.
So if that's the case, where did this gun pop up and go from? And it's like certain people are saying Megan shot her. who shot her at this point, bro, because the bodyguard hasn't showed up to court. The bodyguard didn't come. They put that out. That was Megan's bodyguard who claimed that he got an admission from Tory Lanez that he shot Megan, and he got the text 5 minutes after the shooting. Kelsey texted him and said Tory shot Meg. Bro, it's been up and down.
He didn't come to court.
The bodyguard did not show up to court. He didn't come to court.
So all that shit he talking about don't
It's
even
out.
matter, right?
Megan and Kelsey have lied since this incident. That came out in court. Because Kelsey told one story back in September. Now she's telling a different story in court. Yeah. Megan says she didn't sleep with Tory. Comes out. This whole ordeal is like Pookie and everybody say this dick and pussy shit. Who fucking on who? Yeah. Alcohol gets involved. And as I always say, bro, the main thing, when you're fucking around with the fuck around, man, it's 2 pieces of advice that I got for you. Be transparent.
Yeah.
And if you know you're a motherfucker that get in your feelings, wear condoms. Because feelings will eliminate that motherfucking feeling of you feeling away and getting upset.
Understand?
You ain't never caught feelings for a motherfucker that you wore a condom on, bro.
That shit.
You just not. You not, bro. You not. You're not gonna catch feelings for somebody you pop with a condom on. Now you pop a motherfucker raw, shit get connected. So that's why I say.
I don't know. That shit
No,
deep. I feel where you come from. That
with
shit
Megan,
crazy.
Tory, and Kelsey, the best piece of advice I could give them, bro, besides, we not pushing shooting women, beating women, or nothing like that.
Right.
But I am gonna push, hey man, if you just want to fuck on somebody, use the rubber because you won't catch feelings. She won't go crazy about you and you won't go crazy about her. The plastic is gonna eliminate all that bullshit, my nigga. If they would have been fucking with condoms, bro, they would have not been fighting over this bullshit, bro.
I don't know what they were doing, bro. I wouldn't.
Bro, I guarantee it ain't my concern. This is their personal business, my nigga. We keeping it 1,000. If this ain't my concern, this ain't my personal business. It don't matter to me what they do.
I guarantee.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter to me what they do. I'm just saying, if that nigga was strapping up, they would not be fighting and punching over that in that goddamn car, man. I ain't never went crazy over no pussy. I had to wear a condom on, bro. I'm a human like them. The skin will make you commit a sin, nigga. I'm just keeping it 1,000, nigga. Bro, I'm serious. Why is y'all laughing, bro?
Oh, shit.
Bro, I'm serious, bro. No, y'all
It's just funny because that's just funny. I'm high, bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit just funny
I'm just
to me,
trying
bro.
to teach and educate.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
You got a hell of a
that
point.
shit just funny to me, nigga, because I'm just sitting there, I'm really thinking like, let me see. This nigga say the skin gonna make you sin. The plastic, you ain't even much attracted, basically. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
bro, you know what a young nigga told me, bro?
That's crazy.
I had a young nigga told me, like, they were talking about some little bitch or whatever. Then the nigga's like, yeah, bro, man, I missed that. Man, that was my little thing. He's like, man, my boy came behind me and took her from me. He's like, boy, I ain't hit her. He was like, nigga, you did hit her. You did hit her. It's like, nigga, no, I didn't. He's like, nigga, she told me you hit her. They was just some little young niggas over there by my little brother.
Right.
Bro, the little nigga over there said, nigga, I ain't hit that hoe. Nigga, I wore a condom. Nigga, I don't know what that pussy feel like. I was like, bro. These young niggas is wild, nigga. He said, if I wore a condom on her, I ain't fuck her, nigga. I said, bro, that shit is sick, man. Nah, that's just the game. We shall see what happens on a serious note, though. We not pushing violence on women.
It's just funny out loud, I guess.
Bro, this thing went all over the place. I didn't hear what the other witness said, though, today, y'all. My bad.
Which one?
The witness, the neighbor.
The neighbor. When they found the shell casings in the yard.
Yeah, I don't know what the neighbor said.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the neighbor said.
That's some vital information.
The neighbor was saying he saw the fight between Meg and Kelsey. That's what they got reported out. I don't know if he went in court and said that yet, so my bad. But to be very clear, Kelsey and Megan's testimony on the stand is what they said cancel out to me. So we are here now. Yeah. Pretty much we don't know who did what, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna end with
look how far this dick and pussy shit done went.
It just done went to
this shit.
Level.
That's how you go to show you that shit ain't nothing but messy shit.
Yep.
Facts.
That shit messy all in the courtroom.
All in the courtroom, man.
Nah, big facts.
They got the prosecutors in that motherfucker laughing.
Facts.
Shout out Rico Thuggin, man. Appreciate you, homie.
Yeah, shout out to Rico Thuggin on the donation, bro. Appreciate it.
Thuggin, my boy.
Yes, sir.
We shall see, though. I think personally now that unless something drastically changes, we're not going to get the truth. We're not going to get the truth. Like, it's not like, I think Tory will be found innocent.
Yeah.
Because you can't convict him off of these testimonies and information they have. And then I think we just don't ever know what really happened without a doubt. But here we go, man. That's that. So on to the next. We'll keep y'all updated on that. That will probably carry over to next week also.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Let's get into Master P and Lil Romeo, bro.
Man, that shit sad, bro.
I didn't really want to do a deep dive on this topic. I just wanted to speak on something, on some advice shit.
Right. Dance with my father head ass.
So,
them niggas tripping, bro.
So, bro,
yeah, that shit sad, man.
Romeo felt the way. I don't know what the topic was, but DJ Twitch, condolences to him, took his own life from Ellen DeGeneres. I wasn't really hip to who dude is, bro.
Man, niggas DJ a dancer.
The only reason I was because when you behind them walls, Ellen is one of the.
That was my man. Listen, I've watched Ellen, nigga.
Watch Ellen, man. You get locked up, you gonna watch Ellen.
To the final episode, my nigga.
I swear.
Free, you hear me?
Yeah.
Because that was like a routine thing.
That shit, hey, and then once I went to watch it, I was like, damn, man, I wasn't watching this shit out there.
Yeah,
like,
Ellen, man.
Ellen really a nigga, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. She a nigga in a white woman body, man. Ellen with all the bullshit, gonna know all the hip dances, gonna have as much fun as anybody, man.
Yeah.
But man, that shit was tragic, bro. That just the shit with DJ Twitch. It just goes to show, bro. You never know what a person is going through, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You'll see him up there DJing. He happy than the motherfucker. He over there. I'm talking about he with Snoop. He with everybody. He doing his thing. But up under that smile, man, bro was going through some shit, man. I just hate it ended like that. You know what I'm saying? I hate bro took himself out like that, bro.
And Master P. And he had this situation happen with one of his daughters.
Yes.
And I hate to hear that and see that for them, so condolences. But I guess when he posted, homie, today, from what I took from it, or yesterday, Romeo felt the way about it.
Yeah.
Like you didn't show that type of stuff for my sister, and like you're putting this front on in the public eye, like we just this big happy family, and or we got it all together, or you have us set up to be great, and you got this mogul mindset for the social media. But he's saying Master P is not none of that. Saying, hey, bro, I never got a rap. I didn't get a rap check from you, like in my life. I don't receive money from my music.
Damn.
That's what he said. He said, I don't receive money from my music. Your kids couldn't afford to go to college, and we didn't get our college paid for. He just was like, man, you put it in the public eye like you had everything together and you this one way. And he said, that's not you. Right. He said, that ain't who you is. And I'm just like, bro, when you go to social media, you never gonna win with that type of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You could have called Pops up and, hey, Pops, I wasn't feeling
He said that they've tried, Lil Romeo said he's tried texting, he's tried to call, and they tried to figure it out, but he says Pops be in his own little world and he faking it for social media. That's what he's saying. He said, I'm telling my truth now. He said, I'm telling my truth and everything of that nature. And I feel like, whoever telling the truth or who not, because somebody told me, and this could be a rumor, just don't take this with a grain of salt, though,
right,
that Master P had filed had some tax problems in like 2008.
Right.
And he actually lost No Limit.
Yep.
And it was because he was doing fraud and tax fraud or tax evasion, and the company was in Romeo's name.
Oh.
So they were saying
was it the new No Limit or the first No Limit? Because remember he did two of them motherfuckers.
He did do two of them.
He said, man, then he went out there today, I think, and said, or yesterday, late last night, I just got my first Rap Snacks check.
No shit, he one of the first motherfuckers with the rap.
Nah, for real. Yeah. That was one of the first motherfuckers.
So he's saying business is all the way fucked up over there with his dad.
Then with the shoes, they got the Miyagi's or some shit, Mr. Miyagi's or some shit.
I forgot what
some
they called
weird ass
some little weird shit.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. This you know what I'm saying, just outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? Kind of curious mind want to know. But like, nigga, now that you see Romeo speaking like this, and then you look at Master P, and then you like look at all the shit he be pushing, like we always look at him as a businessman, nigga, like a nigga that came from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like we look at him kind of like a super figure in the black community.
Nah, facts. Most definitely was a mogul. That's how we looked at it.
Right. So with his son, you know what I'm saying? Like coming out like this, how does that make y'all like kind of look at him and all the stuff that he been pushing? And
me, bro, I don't look at it no type of way, because whether he is what he portrays to be, I look at everybody as humans now, bro.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like at me as a grown man, I look at everybody as a human. I look at everybody as everybody got flaws, everybody got problems, and everybody most definitely, just because you rich or was successful back in the day, that don't mean your relationship with your kids is the best.
True.
So that's how I look at that shit. I look at that shit like that with everybody torn with like, man, just because the motherfuckers got a name in this game, everything ain't always what it seems, bro. So that's how I take it. I just know for me, I just give them an advice that, bro, you can't win going to social media. All you doing is putting a bunch of people in your business who don't give a fuck. It ain't gonna, even if you feel like, man, I want to expose this nigga, that's not gonna give you closure, bro.
It's not.
It's not gonna make you feel better. It's not gonna make you feel better.
You think this is just a way to, all right, nigga, you say they been trying to chop it up and all that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a way to, to really, all right, you finna hit me now, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm just saying, that's how people kind of use.
He said he want to tell his truth, bro. He said he just wanted to get his truth out there, because he's saying it's possibly pushing this positive shit, like helping the community and working with the community. So he like, nah, man, you got a whole facade going on, basically.
And see, that's the part I'm saying, like, just looking at him, you know what I'm saying, Mr. I got the hookup and all this shit. It just kind of, okay, everybody in No Limit, everybody from No Limit has pretty much good shit to say about P.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit, they got a platform and opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the money side, when you hear what niggas got for real, you know, so like everybody made money and shit for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
But it's like when you got you a house for sure, insurance, and a car. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing for niggas. You know what I'm saying? To get niggas bread. Woo. So it just kind of like, damn, then you look at all the little, I ain't saying, because I ain't never wore none of this shit, like the P Miller brand shits. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people didn't. You wasn't
you
alone.
You feel me? It's like
the people. A lot of people.
I'm just saying, just like these shoes and shit right now, it's like,
probably wouldn't fuck with them.
It just like
it ain't really no big business move. It's for the look,
right? Bro, all the shit that he been doing, like it be for it's like after the first No Limit, right?
Yeah.
When he came with the new No Limit shit, it's like everything he did after that was kind of like, it's kind of like them fucking bandanas that niggas started wearing with the jewels and shit.
Yeah.
It was just be corny, bro. Like what the fuck?
Bro, just like recently, I was high one day, nigga. I put the post up on my page when that nigga was selling the Hootie Hoo cereals and shit.
The Hootie Hoos,
and he put them hoes on top of the cake, and it was like, bro,
nigga,
ain't nobody finna go to no store and buy no Hootie Hoos, but I respect you for being a businessman and going up.
Bro,
but it's
they got a post. Okay, I know y'all seen this shit with him and Snoop. They was just talking. Fruit Loops made their ass change the name.
Change the Snoop Loops.
Change from Snoop Loops. You know what I'm saying?
That is crazy. Snoop Loops beef, nigga.
Come on, man.
That is
and so they got like three different brands now. They got the the little wheat squares with the little white frosting. They got that. Some cinnamon toast ass shit and the Fruit Loops with the marshmallows.
That shit's crazy.
But it just looked like damn, bro. So look, I ain't knocking y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nigga, if I'm on the cereal aisle, bro, I'm not picking that shit up.
Nah, you not.
I'm going with what I've been fucking
nigga, especially with the inflation going on this year, nigga. I for shit show ain't finna pick up no goddamn
them noodles,
Master P cereal, nigga.
I'm gonna let you know.
Anyways, though,
them noodles trash.
Damn.
That ain't the first time I heard
them rap noodles.
Right? Hey,
them rap noodles. Because look, bro, look, ain't hitting. Hey, listen, them hoes trash.
So Master P invented rap snacks.
Hey, but y'all ain't the first.
I
don't know if he invented them. I just remember him pushing them first.
Yeah, pushing them first. Yeah. So damn, maybe he got something to do with
the chips got more flavor than the goddamn noodles.
Oh man,
I'm talking about they drying the fuck out them chips in seasoning. Nigga, but on the goddamn noodles, man, that ain't it. They got then the names of them bitches. The names so goddamn. You hold on some gumbo.
Bro, that
chicken,
nigga got flour and everything.
Whoopty.
The hell you thinking like, oh, this finna.
He sell fish fry, all that shit like fried.
Yeah, like the
money yachties.
Yeah, he sell all that shit. The fish fry, the shrimp fry. He sell all the shit.
I did see that when he was up in that bitch frying.
Yeah, he like cooking food and shit. He like in the
yeah.
kitchen, bro. He got a bunch of shit just stacked up, and it's like, bro, it just seemed like
I ain't gonna lie. I you know, at the time when you look at it, and I'm gonna just keep it funky. I be like, man, that's lie, man. I might fuck with that shit, but then
you think deeper, like,
nah, nigga. When I go to the store, I don't think about that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like I'm finna look for this.
The brand that's established, because it's about branding.
True.
It's about making your shit familiar and putting a taste on the familiarity of like, I like this seasoning, I like this or that. You got to get niggas to try it, and then if you try it and it ain't beating out that other shit, nigga, food is food, nigga. Nigga ain't finna. Hey, just because you a nigga ain't finna pass up the established food for that shit, bro. But there you go, dog. That's that. So we'll keep y'all posted. I'll just say, man, keep your personal business offline. What did Supreme say? He say, Lord Banks said the legendary line, it's gonna be uglier than a Master P sneaker. Hey, man, get the fuck out of here, Supreme.
That nigga ain't never put on no hard shoes.
Man, all that nigga uglier than
ass.
And let me play some of Master P response.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, and I fuck with P, man.
Yeah, me too.
I grew up on that nigga.
Grew up on that.
If I got the choice, I'm going to get them J's every time before I fuck with the money yachties.
The burgers and the Cadillacs, head ass. Ghetto dope, all that good shit.
Now the music,
and I'm gonna play what he said real quick. This was Master P responding to everything.
Sound like he about
I gotta get out of character and put this on it.
Oh fuck, my bad, y'all.
Today a sad day because I gotta get out of character and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I try to call my son. People say, why you call? I did. He don't call back. It's been months. So my question is to Romeo. Like, if you've been in the business for long as you've been in, and you're a 30-something-year-old man, and if you've been around me, watching me hustle and do my thing, why you not where you want to be at? Because that means you're not listening. That means you want to do your own thing. You done brought your own circle of people, but you can't get mad at me because I really thought this was about, the only reason I entertained this on social media, I thought that was about the DJ Twitch post I put up, and I thought it was about my daughter's death. I thought you was grieving. Mental illness is real. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost it. Today a sad day because daughter. And for any parent that's going through this, because I know that it brings people closer together or it tear them apart. But I come from nothing, y'all. And I could go back. I'm cool with it. I won't be angry at God. I won't be upset. I won't go get mad and be disrespectful to my parents and none of that stuff. I just say, Dad, thank you for putting me in this world. Now I can get out and hustle and go do my thing. But that's the problem. When you take kids and you kind of like protect them from the real struggle and the pain, and you don't allow them to deal with their own consequences. And then when they grow older, you never gave me nothing. At 30-something, man, people could go back and look. You've been shining for a long time, son. All you got to...
So that's one thing that's always going to be a discussion. Like, bro, you didn't really struggle, though. Like, growing up as a kid.
I never saw it.
We didn't see it.
I feel like he was always put in the game. It's just to be competition for Bow Wow, for real. I always felt like, nigga, that was your whole reason. Like, be seen it was money in that shit. Nigga, I got a son. I'm finna.
Yeah,
nigga, you really better than that nigga.
The nigga actually went to USC
Type
and played
shit.
ball.
Yeah, like
he actually was good.
I think he hooped out there in Sugar Land.
The nigga was good at basketball.
He can hoop.
I saw him at USC.
But I'm just saying, like, I always looked at like, I feel like they seen Bow Wow and was like, yeah.
But it ain't no.
It was because it was like
it was never a comparison in my eyes. It's like, come on,
skill and flow wise and all. You gotta understand too. Romeo came in at the time where Bow Wow was already like a polished artist, and Romeo was still a kid at that time. And them few years of age really made a big difference because Romeo was still like really a kid.
Right.
And Bow Wow was already kind of elevated, knew how to carry himself and all that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Bow Wow been in the game since he was like 6 or 7.
Bro, it's crazy. Bow Wow had look this.
And it's crazy because we about to transition into Bow Wow, so you good,
bro. Look, Bow Wow motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
Had all these kids out here crip walking and shit.
I swear.
To come out to talk about he a blood and shit. As an old man. That's just crazy.
Snoop must have pissed him off or something. I don't know.
I'm just saying, man, he was known for the little crip walk.
He was
thing.
known for it.
Yeah. I'm talking about had old people, all these motherfuckers doing that shit, just like Snoop had.
I didn't even know he said he was the blood.
I think Snoop put me on the crip walking. Him and Dub C back in the day, West Side Connection.
Yeah.
Fruit Town.
And I really didn't even know like it was a I really didn't understand the difference between crip. I didn't even know the Bloods had a walk.
Bro, you know the first time I really just seen that shit, nigga, like a real nigga was the nigga Space Ghost, nigga.
Oh yeah, he's a fool
from
with it.
90s, nigga.
He's
like
a fool.
I didn't know him.
Nigga,
that nigga's hard.
That was the first time I ever just seen like how that shit really supposed to,
you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
You can see what he's spelling out and everything. He gonna put it clear for
and
you.
a nigga from like Broadway too. It was a nigga from Broadway Crip too. He was doing his thing. But that nigga there for shit show.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever seen. But yeah, I was just saying that like Bow Wow, I was thinking about that shit earlier when he was, you know what I'm saying, just really transitioning with the JD shit, and I was just thinking about the nigga career. I was like, bro, you was out here doing all this shit, then you came out talking about you over there with Soulja Boy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, and DJ Quick a bad motherfucker with that walk too, man.
Right.
So
shout out to DJ Quick, man. That's one of my favorite artists.
Shout out to DJ Quick, the legend too, man.
And one of my favorite producers, man. That nigga a hell of a producer.
So transition into the other conversation.
All eyes on me, DJ
with Bow Wow.
See, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that, man. That was quick, man.
It's that sound, nigga. That sound sonically, nigga.
So Bow Wow, and why we have him on the topics for today is because Jermaine Dupri was doing a podcast, and I'm not exactly sure what show it was, bro. I don't know. My bad, y'all. I didn't get a chance to look that up, and we ain't got time right now, but I'm going to look it up later and shout them out or whatever podcast that is if you know in the chat. He was on a podcast, and he talked about creating 106 in Park for because he saw what was going on with TRL on MTV. And he said how the white kids, they would get excited for like NSYNC. And he said, man, we need some of this in the culture. You feel me? We need this in the culture for us. And so he created 106 in Park to capture the kid audience for Bow Wow. And this is what he said in the interview right here.
Oh, that was dope. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. But this is what he said.
"106 in Park was created by me. I created the show for Bow Wow. I was watching MTV, and MTV had TRL. And they was catering to NSYNC, and they was catering to Backstreet Boys, and anything white that was coming out that was pop, they was allowing these kids to scream and holler at them. And I'm like, yo, we don't have nothing for black people. Like, where's the black kids that love music? Why don't they have a show like this? So I called Stephen Hill, and I said, yo, I got an artist. We need to make a show just like TRL. And he said, what's the artist? And I said, his name is Bow Wow. Of course, he was like, I don't. You know, everybody challenges what I'm saying. Yeah. Mind you, they wasn't going to put Bow Wow on TRL like that because he was a rapper. He was a black little young boy rapping, but he also was 12 years old. Nobody on TV was 12 years old anywhere creating this type of fandemonium, right? Sure. I went to Stephen Hill, and I'm like, yo, we need this show. We need this show. We need a show on BET that shows black artists like this. 106 in Park was created by me.
Bow Wow responded to that, and this is what Bow Wow said. He said,
106 in Park was
JD ain't create 106 in Park. Stop the cap. He then went on Twitter and said, Stephen Hill, Rick Grimes, and all the great people in BT office and staff created that show. All I did was capitalize off of what they created and made it mine. I would know. I am Mr. 106. I would never take away from someone else's creativity. So the Brat saw that and said this. She went to her Instagram post, said, hey, man, what the fuck? I really don't have the time or patience for this shit. But I got both today. Bow, What I can't let you do is discredit my big brother JD, who you called your dad for so many years, because that is pretty much the role you gave him. And instead of saying hell no, he rocked with it. You are being so rude and disrespectful to the person who believed in you, nurtured you, made you a complete star, wrote all your hits, accepted the challenge when Snoop brought you to him. He has never done anything to you but help. I ain't finna let you drag the most non-confrontational person who loved you, cared for you, and spoiled your ass for years. He isn't and never would discredit BET execs. He discussed creating 106 before it was created so black people could have our own TRL. No cap. If this is what you want to do, let's fucking go. Pull up, little nigga, with your disrespectful ass. So ungrateful. In the cap, she said, hey, Shad Moss, you really on some bullshit right now. Now, you know I got all the receipts, and I know the whole stories to a lot. Don't do this. Respect the legend, respect the cultural icon, respect the person who made your career what it is. I'm asking you now to please stop. I'm sorry, Jermaine Dupri. I cannot be silent about this shit any longer. I'm going to pull up and slap the fuck out that hoe ass nigga when I see him. And I'm standing on business, nigga. Big Brat the boss. No, she ain't say all that. Oh, shit. But hey, what you think, Toy? She ain't say all that, though.
I know for sure.
Yeah.
JD made Bow Wow what he is. What, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's,
like, two things together. You got to give the star you got to give the star his credit, but you got to give JD the credit. The music, knowing the industry, already being connected, being, knowing how to work this shit. JD is the man.
He put him in.
So, look, from watching, what's the show with JD with the kids?
I forgot. The little kid show. I forgot what it
was. How he be fucking with
Mulatto's the star she came from. I forgot
the growing up in hip hop or something.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah,
some shit like that. But you can see how he worked with them kids.
Yeah.
How he did that same shit with Bow Wow, nigga, writing. You know what I'm saying? Writing them saying, because you can really hear it. Like,
we all knew the shit was being written by JD back then.
Just take away Bow Wow voice and it's like, bro,
you know this JD
he
shit.
He could have got any kid to do this shit.
Exactly.
I think one thing Lil Bow Wow,
cool little image.
That's what I was gonna say. One thing Bow Wow had was the motherfucking image. Facts. That image was priceless. The braids, little green eye, little small nigga.
He was pushing him as a little Snoop.
He was pushed as a little Snoop, and JD was a producer who kind of was cool with like, hey man, I rock with the West Coast, I rock with the West, and I'm a South nigga, but I'll fuck with the funkified type beats and things like that. JD was never really regional. Cause like JD did Money Ain't a Thing with Jay-Z. Right. But Bow Wow most definitely, you brought your shit to this game. You was a star. I don't know what the issue be with him and JD though, nigga. They go back and forth.
It's some underlying shit that we don't know
but it be like, damn, bro, JD be showing love, and then
me personally, I could never like be ungrateful and go
just
back and forth.
Bald nigga, bro.
Yeah, but if a nigga done all that for me, man, it ain't like.
But Bow in his 30s
not saying you can't do
bro.
no wrong in my eyes, but if I got a problem with you, it ain't gonna never surface on these platforms.
Nah, facts.
Never. Facts. Like after all the shit we did, accomplished together, that all the doors you
millions
opened for
of records sold, man.
Come on, man.
Them niggas controlled the rap game as a kid for years. Like you had your own lane, your own stuff. And JD was right there with you.
That shit.
It was so lit because niggas, I remember when Dr. Dre dissed JD on the song, he said, such and such record sold, and I ain't have to do it with no 10 or 11-year-olds. JD had that formula, even with Crisscross, nigga. Exactly. Like, JD had the formula. He knew what to do with this shit. And even on the next level, look how he had shit with Jagged Edge and
man, he wrote a lot of
the
songs.
White T-Boys. He had that shit with them. I think they like me. I think they like. I remember that shit. All that shit, like,
bro. Bro, the nigga got some shit with a lot of art.
Everybody he fucked with, nigga, he pushed them to the forefront. Like, he made them pop.
Did Jermaine Dupri ever do a cypher?
I don't think so.
He didn't.
I don't remember.
I don't think he did one. I mean, not a cypher, a versus. That would be major.
Nah, because he
They-
got a hell of a
talking about him and
catalog.
Diddy.
They talking about him and Diddy. That'd be a bad
That'd be a
motherfucker.
bad motherfucker,
That's what
bro.
they was trying to push
They
that.
both got
See,
some
Diddy
shit.
gonna perform the fuck out that hoe. Diddy gonna show out.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
Diddy got some shit too, bro.
JD, he gonna perform like motherfuckers.
Hey, do we give hip hop? Does hip hop give Jermaine Dupri enough flowers? I don't think we do.
I don't think they do. No,
I don't think we do. I don't think we do. We got to give Jermaine Dupri his flowers. So shout out to the Brad Bow Wow. Come on, bro, get it together, man. Like, chill out, my boy. I don't know if he responded after that.
Hey, them facts, Gooston, them facts. All them people did right for Bow Wow. Even T.I. wrote some shit for Bow Wow. It's true.
Okay,
man.
this what he
Go
say.
look it up. It's true.
Okay, this is what he said. Bow Wow said this. The way JD has always been there for Bow Wow, and they was laughing. He said, I just wish he'd just do his own thing without having to bring me up. I wish dude best of luck in his career and in life. We did some amazing things, but that chapter is closed. Bow Wow. Come on, bro. Come on, Bow.
Come on, Bow.
That chapter will never close, bro. It's
Never.
a part
That's
of
what
legend.
made you, nigga.
Bro, it's a part of hip hop, nigga. Y'all ran the fucking game. Nigga, you was a superstar, bro.
Yes.
That chapter is never gonna close. The story is there.
Nah,
it's
there
timeless,
forever.
bro.
It's
It's like he'd be ashamed of being that kid superstar and like nigga, do you know how many niggas would take that right now?
I think he didn't transition over to that in his adult
No
age.
world, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That really fucks with him.
Yeah.
But that's on him, though.
I think for shit show, but I think that's
But he
what
had
it
a little
is.
run as an adult. The song with Sierra and
but
T-Pain.
I'm saying though, like
he wasn't the number one nigga.
right.
Yeah. Bro,
It's like nigga, you fizzled out. It's all right, nigga.
It's all right, bro.
You
You
did
ain't
your thing, boy.
Yeah. You did your shit, Bow Wow, man. Go
It's just so crazy that think about it like this.
Yeah.
You know how you got like older MCs that like basically retired and shit, and they be performing here and there and shit. Same thing. He just so fucking young. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Bow Wow.
So it's just like, nigga, just keep doing your.
Bro, you a legend in the game. Can't nobody take that shit from
Facts.
you. Call the brat and get that shit straight. Cause she sound like she ready to press some shit up on you, nigga. Brad, we know Brad is a female that's with that
She with
nonsense.
that, man. She ain't going no trip.
She ain't finna hit you or nothing, but she gonna let you know she
I
ain't
don't know.
pleased.
She might
man.
smack the shit out of Bow Wow, man. I ain't gonna put it past her, bro.
For sure, man.
Cool, hey, she cool as the other side of the pillow, but you know, man, it be them cool motherfuckers that you don't want to piss off, man.
Nah, fact. Shout out to the Brad Bow Wow, man. Y'all get that together.
Yeah,
what we got
please.
next on the list, fellas? Let's get it. The Brooklyn scam pastor, Bishop Lamar, bro.
Oh, don't tell me that nigga was running the scam.
Of course, my nigga. You think he wasn't?
Come on, man. He wasn't getting that shit from the Lord.
I know that nigga was full of shit from when I seen that
The
little robbery.
the little robbery, I knew that robbery was full of shit with this nigga, bro.
Bullshit ass nigga.
I was like, bro, what is you doing, dog? Like, it's so obvious, and it's like, but you know what be crazy about them bullshit pastors, bro? They be having a loyal goddamn
they have a loyal congregation.
Yeah.
They doing a bunch of lying.
Like, nigga, they did the loyal
They
bro.
telling motherfuckers what they really want to hear.
They will not give up on them niggas, bro.
Man, I remember, bro, when I was a teenager, and my old man had, you know what I'm saying, got off the bullshit and started going to church. And I used to always tell him, it was this nigga named Pastor Dunn. That nigga never sat right with me, bro. Like, it was just something about that nigga. And I used to tell my daddy, like, I don't even want to go. Like, that nigga, they'll be full of shit.
Yeah.
And my old man was like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Because my old man was a drummer for the church. I'm like, man, fuck that nigga, man. You can go be a drummer at any church. You cold on them drums. Like, that nigga there. There's something ain't right about that nigga. And it turns out some years later, you know what I'm saying? This nigga got popped with some fraud shit. You know what I'm saying? And so my old man was like, damn, Twan, hey. No Pastor Dunn got jammed up in some fraud shit. So I started laughing. So my old man got kind of hot at me. I was like, man, I told you that nigga wasn't shit. I was a teenager and seen that nigga wasn't shit. How the fuck you ain't see that shit, nigga? You let this nigga blind you with this Lord's talking all that? Nah, nigga, I'm looking through all that shit. Like, nah, you a bullshit nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit, hey, man. It's a lot of them motherfuckers out there, bro. It's a lot of them out there, man.
That shit wild. But he said this is what happened. If y'all don't remember, he went viral for being robbed live. He went viral for being robbed live. The niggas pulled up and robbed him. Then it later came out That nigga had jewelry. He was wearing designer clothes, and people was questioning the shit. Think he was driving like a Phantom or some type of car.
That nigga was just some kind of
doing all the shit, all the
some
big
badass
shit, and then it
motherfucker.
was like, nigga, what the fuck is really going on? So he started beefing with other personalities online and everything.
That ain't no pastor like shit.
And then he was all on the news talking. It was just all type of crazy
Remember
shit.
he grabbed a lady by the back of her neck. And
Grabbed a lady by the
shit.
back and they pulled up on him and shit. So yeah, the lady that was running up on his wife, he grabbed her by the neck or by the hair or some shit. So this is what the write-up says. It says, earlier this year, Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead went viral after a robbery was captured on the live stream during one of his church services. A few weeks later, he went viral once again after he was involved in an incident with a woman in his church as he escorted her out during one of his services. As those incidents occurred, the bishop's finances became a trending topic as he was accused of stealing from members of his church that caused him to speak out several times to defend himself. On Monday, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Southern District of New York announced that they arrested Bishop Whitehead for fraud, extortion, and false statements. FBI Assistant Director Michael J. Driscoll said, as we allege today, Whitehead carried out several depletion schemes in order to receive funds from his victims. Additionally, when speaking with authorities, Whitehead consciously chose to mislead and lie to them. If you are willing to attempt to obtain funds through false promises or threats, the FBI will ensure that you are made to face the consequences for your actions in our criminal justice system. The unsealed indictment claims Whitehead induced one of his parishioners to invest approximately $90,000 of her retirement savings with him, but instead spent the investment on luxury goods and other personal purposes. He also accused of extorting a businessman for $5,000, then attempting to convince the same businessman to lend him $500,000 and give him a, and it's more to read up on that on theshaderoom.com, bro. So, with that being said, y'all, that nigga got what was coming to him. You gotta move smarter. You gotta move better. You gotta be on point. And that shit that's what's gonna happen to you, bro, if you out there scamming people, my nigga. You know, Cameron had the best line for shit like this, bro. He said, Harlem hustler, I can't in all knock it. But you hard, dog, when you go in the Lord pockets.
What?
Say, man.
And you know what's crazy? It was a young nigga I know that's like younger than me that knew that bar. And I was like, nigga, hip hop really be going down, skipping generations and shit.
No,
so I'm like, nigga, you was a young nigga when Cameron said that. How the fuck you know that line, nigga? That was on Diplomatic Community too, but like y'all said, bro, we pretty much knew that nigga was scamming when that shit was going on, bro.
Look, nigga, Rome used to go to the church with me. I forgot, nigga, my daddy used to take me and Rome to that moment. Cuz just hit me like, I remember that nigga. Yeah, that nigga was full of shit, cuz. That nigga, they were full of shit.
Goddamn OG Rome
man,
in
them
that
laws
bitch.
called on to his bullshit ass too, man. Nigga, that was a motherfucking con artist, man.
Nah, for real. That's crazy. Let's go to the next thing. I keep forgetting why I be having my notes here, but let's get into Nick Cannon, bro. Nick Cannon. You know, he had all these babies.
What, he got like 16, 17, some shit?
I think 11? Is it 10?
11, 12.
11, 12?
Oh, shit, might as well have 16, 17.
Yeah. That nigga said he's being stretched thin having all the babies now.
I bet you.
Huh?
You should have spread that shit out.
I was just like, nigga, you ain't think that shit through, nigga? Like, you feel me?
Damn, you just be spitting them out back to back to back to back. Like,
Nigga, I was like, damn, nigga, you ain't really think that shit through? Like, you know, I'm just like, shit, nigga, like, goddamn, like, what you thought was gonna happen, bro?
I'm trying
Like,
to tell you.
No bullshit.
I kind of figured, nigga, you know, niggas would know, like, as an adult, like, yeah, I understand he was saying he having the health issues with lupus and he doesn't know, so he kind of want to leave a mark on the earth. But I'm like, bro, them still babies. Like, being a parent, you got to be there with them.
Got to.
If you have 10 or 11, nigga, all of them ain't going to get that quality time. And I feel like,
nigga, I got 3 and it's hard.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
I mean, come on, bro. Like,
Facts, bro. Like, you know, parenthood, being a parent is priceless, bro. Like, that shit priceless. It ain't no amount of money for that. Look how many niggas is basically saying now that they'd rather the time with their parent over the money.
No bullshit.
Like when motherfuckers get older, they be like, man, bro, I'd rather have my parent here than all that motherfucking money. Fuck that shit, bro. Like, fuck you out here hustling and working. Like, you wasn't spending no quality time with a nigga. You wasn't giving a nigga game, wasn't teaching me shit, nothing like that. So it's kind of like, you know, you got to provide. Money, you got to have the money. You got to work. You got to grind. I just say, bro, don't do that shit intentionally. Don't jump out there intentionally. But that nigga know better. That nigga is in his 40s, bro. This nigga like 45, I think, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga said that shit. I just thought that was crazy for him to come out and say that. So, what y'all think about that, bro?
Man, I hope he figure it out, man.
What bro say that nigga shooting the club up?
Facts. Big facts.
I hope he figure it out, bro, because, I mean, that's some priceless shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, that's why, because I used to be like that, like, not spending time with my kids, but making sure they had everything, and then I had to sit back and be like, hold on, man. One of my aunties called me out on that shit, and I ain't even take it the wrong way. I just took it as just my auntie. I know she don't mean no harm, and I, you know, shit. After that, I kind of, you know, it took me a couple months to think about that shit. Like, nah, you know what? Auntie was right. She right than a motherfucker. And so now, like, I make sure I spend more time with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's priceless. Like, you can always go get them shit, but you can't always spend time with them. So it's just some shit you got to do as a parent, bro. You got to make time for the kids. It's just that simple, bro. You got to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, had I known now what I knew back then, I would have never even, you know what I'm saying, played the shit how I played it. But, you know what I'm saying, now that I know, I make sure, you know what I'm saying, they get, you know what I'm saying, whatever little time, you know what I'm saying, every weekend, I'm gonna take at least one day and I'm gonna be at the crib just chilling, you know what I'm saying. We ain't got to go nowhere. They just, Ari gonna flip around the house and, hey, daddy, watch me. I'm just gonna watch her flip over the dog and all kind of shit, and we just gonna be chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, though.
But yeah, that shit priceless, man. You gotta spend time with the kids, bro.
That's live for shit.
You got to. And then guess what? Them be my funnest days.
Facts.
At the house with them, watching them argue and go back and forth. Cause I got the ones that stay with me. I got a 15 and a 5-year-old. So just imagine them arguments. There was some hella arguments there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Them little motherfuckers be going at it, bro. And the 5-year-old, she don't be trying to hear shit. She be ready to squabble up and everything. I be like, chill, Ari, it's cool. She ain't. I be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, but them be like the best days there, man. When I'm just at the house chilling with them, bro.
Any new music this week? Let's talk some music, bro, real quick, man.
I didn't get on none. I wanted to. I started listening to the So Icy Boys finale. I ain't get far because I got busy doing some other shit. I'm gonna finish checking that motherfucker out. That motherfucker long than a motherfucker, man.
I saw that. Yeah, I couldn't really get into it. I'm not listening to them.
Long, man.
I'm not going.
80-something songs.
I can't do 80 something. Nigga, I be barely want to do 20, nigga.
Exactly.
Like, I can't do it, bro. I understand though, get y'all money on that streaming shit though, but I'm not listening. Bro, I'm not going.
80 songs?
Yeah, that bitch got like 80-something
18 is enough, my nigga. 18 be damn near too many for a nigga like me. Unless them bitches 2 minutes a piece types, which they do be that though. Yeah. But it just be like, bro, this shit be like, oh my God, I can't get into it, bro. What you been on? What else you been on, Twan?
Man, shit. I think that's the only thing I seen on my play. I saw some other new shit. But I clicked on that. I listened to a few songs, and I ended up having to do some other shit. But man, it's a few new projects I want to check out, man. I just gotta make the time, you know, sit back and listen to them, and you know what I'm saying. When I listen to shit, I like to sit back and get that shit all my attention, so I can really feel the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if I got a long trip to make, then I put that shit on and let that shit ride. It's a few new projects though I want to fuck with, man. It's a few new projects I want to check out, man.
Yeah, for sure. I was fucking with the I've been going through that I went back, I've been jamming my nigga that Tables Turn one. I be going through the singles. But Baby Money Tables Turn been one of my things. I've been having that bitch on play since he dropped it though. Like I checked it out when he first dropped it, but that beat on that motherfucking, that Baby Money Tables Turn, I love that beat, man. So I keep jamming that. GT dropped a bad motherfucker called That's It. I'm on that motherfucker. It's called That's It. That beat, it like them beats, bro. beats be having a nigga like tapped in. I like good quality production, and then it ain't got to be from a major producer, bro. If it just got a vibe on it, cause I'm not
fucking with it. Yeah.
I like turned up music, but I like vibe music too. So I get caught up in them beats and shit. So I've been checking out that GT. That's it. That was a fire beat. Still been going through that whole Detroit playlist shit. Jim Jones redid that Peasy beat.
Yeah.
That
2 million up.
2 million up.
Man, that's
and
what I've been off that bitch.
I know he did his thing on that bitch.
It's so crazy because he like did the freestyle, and I guess Peasy fucked with it or saw him doing a snippet of it or something. Peasy pulled up on him somewhere, and they shot a fucking video and did a remix to it.
That's dope.
Facts.
So that was
I ain't gonna lie, cause
so that's 3 remixes
I
to
was
that.
gonna say because they got
man.
the other remix. That whole cool, but I want to hear this.
See that other remix is for the streets and for like the young niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know it's crazy. 2 million up is such a hard record that the bitches fuck with that hoe.
Bro, that nigga came. You got to think.
The beat already a classic. Yeah.
Nigga and that nigga
That's
hit that hoe.
When I first heard the beat, I was like, "Oh, he better eat this bitch."
Yeah.
And when he started going on that bitch, I was like, "Yeah."
When I heard the snippet,
when
I heard the snippet, I said that bitch was hard, bro. That snippet was insane on that.
I know
song.
Capo did his thing on that.
Yeah,
bitch.
I
gotta listen to that.
Jim Jones hopped on that hoe, so
Jimmy.
that's a bad
That
motherfucker.
nigga, yeah, to me, that nigga is very, very underrated, bro. I don't
Jim.
feel it. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I've
Man,
been fucking with Jim.
he really one of them niggas. He hard. He
hard
I
as
ain't gonna lie,
fuck.
bro.
I watched that nigga develop
He got
everything.
a whole different type of wordplay for your ass.
From
like,
a nigga that was so goddamn not on beat, not nothing.
He didn't have it. All he had was the image.
You feel me?
It
To a
wasn't
nigga
one.
that came out with the ballin'.
Ballin'.
That whole motherfucker, that jam.
Hustlers, bro. That's one of the top albums to me,
Summer
bro.
in Miami.
Yeah, the Summer in Miami was
Cuz
first.
if Ron put me on that bitch, I'm like,
Come
man,
on, man.
I'm like, what you running around here singing, nigga? He's like, oh, nigga, let me put you on it. He put me on that bitch on.
Yeah.
I say, ooh, I ain't gonna lie,
Shit
man, I'm
was
fucking
fire.
with this nigga, man. Yeah, Capo a motherfucker,
Yeah,
man. I
Hustlers
fuck
P
with
on
Capo.
me. Hustlers P on
Hey,
me.
y'all listen to that Money Man too, man.
That's my shit,
He
bro.
always got some
I've been
shit.
on that motherfucker. That under
Money
construction.
Man, just one of them niggas. I didn't come to the realization he ain't gonna disappoint, bro.
Nah,
he just
musically he not.
He ain't gonna disappoint, bro.
He not. You can play that
Black
nigga shit
circle
all the way
shit,
through.
All the way through.
This nigga helped Pookie put me on Money Man.
Yeah.
I've been off that
When I
nigga
first met this nigga, bro.
Fucking week.
Bro.
Nigga, I've
Like,
been
see,
listening to that
my
nigga
young
Money
partners
Man,
put
nigga.
me on Money Man, and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? From that old, from Bossed Up.
Yeah.
And then when I heard that motherfucking Elusive, that was like,
Man,
that
I gotta
that,
catch a show of that nigga, man.
Oh, yeah. Man, when I went to the Kevin
really,
Gates
that,
concert,
that's a nigga I go. I pay
part
to
of the
go fuck with,
reason we
bro.
went to the Kevin Gates concert because it was quoted as a Kevin Gates Money Man show, but it was a Kevin Gates tour, so I should have known like Money Man really ain't. He came out there did like 3 songs, and then boom, he had went and performed at a strip club, but. Them 3 songs had everybody in that bitch just what? I'm
Come
talking
on,
about,
man. That's a nigga I know for shit show. The streets. Yeah. Every nigga in the streets know them lyrics, right?
I'm talking about nigga word for word, them bitches. That nigga did the 24. Yeah. That nigga did I had the boss up for a check, and he did one more bad motherfucker. Boss up for a check. I'm talking about nigga, the whole crowd was on them hoes, but then it's like when Gates came out there. Gates is one of them niggas like when you go see him in person. The energy is infectious. So it's like you fucking with it. Like, all the weird shit he be talking about with hitting the bitches and all, like, you know what I'm saying? But it still be like, I fuck with this nigga because the energy, you can feel that shit throughout the crowd. It ain't no negative energy. It's like, this nigga, and that shit was like refreshing. I was like,
bro, I went to
shit
that
made
nigga.
me fuck with Gates.
And I went to the Money Man show. I had seen him perform before. I caught him at Trade Day one year. I caught him somewhere else one time. I didn't see nigga perform a couple times, but then nigga, the best one was the one I seen at South by Southwest. They had like an Empire show. G Perico was on that hoe.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in time. I missed G Perico shit, and that was the time when I was just off G Perico shit. I missed him, but I caught motherfucking Money Man shit, bro. Wrecked that motherfucker, bro. Like wrecked it. I miss Babyface Ray and I miss G Perico, but I caught Money Man shit.
I've been tough on the last few months.
I missed both of they shows.
Free Max B.
But I
heard
Free
that
Max
motherfucking
Bizzle, man.
Ashanti off that nigga.
The wave,
like,
nigga.
Yeah.
Boss done Bigavelli, man. Ow, that nigga Max B used to be crazy.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. He really him his crew that he was running with, when they hooked up with Jim Jump, that's when you see him.
He gave him that sauce.
You feel me? That when them niggas got on that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They fell out to the point of no return, but he most definitely gave that nigga some major sauce, undeniable, bro. Like that nigga Max B had that vibe, nigga.
The wave, nigga.
That nigga Max B had it, bro. That nigga was ahead of his fucking time, bro. Like insanely. And then what else did I jam this week? I think that was kind of much pretty good. I see Meek Mill cooking.
Man, I gotta listen to that.
Yeah. Meek Mill had some new shit going.
I still ain't listening to Meek Mill.
Nah, he was doing some snippets. He was premiering some new snippets. I don't think he dropped nothing new. I can't remember. It was somebody else that dropped that I was fucking with. My kinfolk and them, we was going crazy on that Larry June the other day.
I fucks with that nigga.
That nigga was, he do his one.
I got hipped on him through listening to Dom Kennedy.
Yeah, Dom Kennedy. That nigga's still raw.
I like that.
They played that too.
That nigga, man.
They played that too. That don't wear LeBron in the clubs. Them shit's ugly.
Yeah.
I went to that Yellow Album concert back in the day. Yep, I went to that back in the day.
I ain't gonna lie. Once Dom Kennedy hit the city, I gotta go fuck with it.
Yeah, he don't come out. He don't be traveling. He don't even be putting
do a lot of shows.
He don't be putting out the music or nothing no more like he used to. But bro, I went to that nigga show like 2012. That bitch was sold the fuck out here, nigga. That bitch was turned. After they did the Yellow Album, that bitch went crazy, bro. Like that bitch sold out at Wild Live.
I would love to see him in person, bro.
And we also got Future coming in town January.
Oh yeah, I got it.
It's gonna be Future, Babyface Ray on that whole Lil Jeremy. I think maybe Boston Richie.
That's a hard lineup. I gotta get my tickets.
Yeah, shout out Boston Richie too. That young nigga jamming like a motherfucker, bro. You heard Boston Richie?
Yeah.
He be jamming. He got some shit.
Nigga hard. Yeah.
He hard. And Kodak just did something recently that was entertaining too that I can't remember. He did something that was pretty dope too. He got coming, I think so. Nah, that's that, man. Twan, take us into sports, man. Before we get into sports, I wanted to talk about Stephen A. Smith responding to Dr. Umar Johnson saying he needed the 50,000 lashes. He went on ahead and addressed that shit, bro, because he was on some shit like, man, like what you gonna do? Hang us next, man? Da 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 da. Hey, man. And that kicked off. He had another discussion. He was upset because last week we didn't talk about it. What happened with a lot of people felt the way when they saw Skip Bayless tell Shannon Sharp, compare him to Tom Brady, and then
Sharp was hot.
And he was like, "Nigga, why you making this shit personal, man? I'm a Hall of Famer." Say you ain't Brady though. He's like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's
like,
that nigga."
You had to retire at 35,
and what you call it?
Was hot,
and that nigga took off his glasses. And Skip said, "Man, put your glasses back on." That nigga, Dr. Umar, he gonna be controversial. Hey, man, you need to leave that show, man. When he told you to put your glasses back on and he saw you was mad, yeah, he's an old racist, man. He gonna bring on the show Ernestine. Matter of fact, I'm finna play this shit real quick. Then we gonna get into the sports. Let's play this shit real quick. We gonna play this shit.
That shit was crazy.
That nigga Dr. Umar gonna raise some hell, boy, if he don't do nothing else. Oh, my bad, y'all. I don't know why that shit don't let me go silent when I be trying to, here we go, though.
That's what you do. Every time I win Super Bowl.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you. What did I got to see what you do? You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal...
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your dignity.
You disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
Have at it.
Okay,
take off, bro.
I'm going to have at it.
Shannon Sharp, if you listening to me, my brother, survive without you, Shannon. Skip cannot survive without you, Shannon. What is he going to do? Bring Ernestine up there to take your place? What is Skip Bayless going to bring Ernestine up there to replace Shannon Sharp? Ernestine can't do what Shannon do. Shannon is intelligent. Shannon is articulate. He researches well. He speaks very clearly. Skip Bayless cannot survive without Shannon Sharp. And after him telling Shannon to put his glasses back on while Shannon was angry, him telling Shannon to put his glasses back on while Shannon was angry was unacceptable. Skip should leave. Shannon should leave. Shannon can get his own show. You don't need that old racist. Tell him to bring Ernestine up there. Tell Skip to bring Ernestine up there to replace you, Shannon. But Shannon, you need to get your own show, my brother. That's from one brother to another.
Shannon does have his own show, by the way.
Yes.
Go team up with Stephen A. Go somewhere else. But I want Shannon Sharp off of that show. I didn't appreciate that. That was an insult. And when you insult any black man, you insult all black men. When you insult any black man, you insult all black men. When you insult any black man, you insult all black men. Skip Bayless, you owe Shannon Sharp an apology on national TV. Skip Bayless, you earn Shannon Sharp an apology on national TV. Skip Bayless, you owe Shannon Sharp an apology on national TV. I don't care who is mad about what I said about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is a bigot and a racist. He was back in 1957 and he is right now. I don't give a damn about Dak Prescott, Michael Irvin, or anybody else who want to defend that racist. Okay?
Yo, it's Big my bad. Hey. So let me go to the response. My bad. That was what kicked that off. Now let me put on the response real quick. What Stephen A. Smith had to say, what he said about him on Breakfast Club and shit, and Michael Wilbon.
I need some of my brothers to go into the old. Are tried as adults in America's prisons right now, serving time in adult prisons under the age of 17. Where they pass at, Stephen A? Why are we protecting privileged white men? And you know what makes it so sad? Jerry Jones don't even have to defend himself. He got black men who will jump up. Did you see Michael Irvin? This Uncle Remus? Michael Irvin says, oh, he wasn't at the front of the line. So because he wasn't at the front of the line, he less racist than the ones who's at the front. Oh, he don't look like the guy with the cigarette in his mouth. Jerry Jones is a righteous man and a great man. All Michael Irvin get about 5,000 lashes for that. No black man should ever volunteer himself, Stephen A. Smith and Michael Irvin, to play defense attorney for a white man. Jerry Jones.
Never a time to get quiet. It's with what Dr. Johnson had to say. And by the way, I said slashed. I meant lashed. 50,000 lashes. Starting off with 400, going up to 50,000. Calling my brother Michael Wilbon. Short, no neck. What? Really? And you saying lashed, and you know, you are a black man talking about the racist tendencies or the racist history of this country and the iniquities exacted against us
iniquities
by white folks, and yet you're using language like that against your own. Lashed? What you gonna do next? Call for us to be hung? Call for us to be maimed? What's next? Where does it end? This is some ridiculous stuff.
So he talked about that, man, and that shit was just entertaining to see him respond. But he responded on his podcast. He didn't respond on the actual show because somebody had kind of did a clickbait video and said he was responding to Corey Holcomb, and that shit kind of went viral on YouTube. So, you know, it's just one of them things now, bro. The content space is so different now because you got so many personalities and shit. Then what make things spread even more, you got these like, I don't want to be disrespectful to nobody platform because I talk about the topics myself and reuse content myself and do commentary over content that's being talked about on other channels, but they got these other channels that really just kind of sell the title.
Right.
And they sell the title and then they sell the video and they don't really put commentary with it, so it get taken a certain way. So whatever they kind of put on the title is what the video's about. when niggas watch it, because they might only clip a certain part and shit like that, and then that makes it like a thing, and that shit get crazy views, and there's some platforms that do that. So that right there is what's becoming a thing in the game. So that right there is what he was responding to with that happened with the comedian Corey Holcomb. Shout out Corey Holcomb. But now take us out with the sports, Twan.
All right, well, it's definitely well, shit, to pretty much piggyback on Shannon's point. I mean, Tom Brady is playing like shit this year.
Yeah.
They had a 17-point lead over the Bengals yesterday, man, and the Bengals came back and put up 34 straight on them and taxed that ass. Brady turned the ball over like 4 times. It was like just some I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Brady this season, bro. He might, Father Time might be catching up to him, man. I don't know. He ain't looking like the Brady of old. That's for shit show. That's for shit show, because Joe Burrow was on that ass. Like, the defense was on his ass, and then once the offense got the ball, man, Burrow was letting that bitch rip. That young motherfucker, that was hard. I want to go to Saturday, man. We had the state championship games in the high school. Shout out to North Shore, man. They played Duncanville Saturday night, bro. It was a dope game. Back and forth. Duncanville ended up stopping North Shore with like a minute left in the game on 4th down, bro. It was just one of them dramatic ass games. Like, and this is that was their 4th time playing in the state championship in like the last like 5 years. So that's like a rivalry now. But shout out to Duncanville, man. They exercised the demons. They finally beat North Shore. South Oak Cliff won their second straight state title. What a team out of Dallas did that? DeSoto. So all 3 of them teams, you know what I'm saying, that's like South Dallas, you know what I'm saying, they did their thing, man. They won state titles, so shout out to them. Couple of bowl games, but nothing important. I really wasn't paying them no attention. I was really on the NFL yesterday and catching up on the state title games. The Patriots and the Raiders. The ending to that game was so fucking crazy, bro. Shout out to your Raiders, too, man. They say, man, them motherfuckers got heart. It's a tie game. Matt Jones, you know, it's a few seconds left on the clock. Like I said, it's a tie game. You know, they hand the ball off to the running back, and for some reason, he decides to lateral it to Jacoby Myers. I might have his last name wrong, but I know his first name is Jacoby, and for some fucking reason, he decided to try to throw the ball back to Matt Jones. But Chandler Jones, the linebacker for the Raiders, he, you know, picked the ball off and gave this nigga Matt Jones one of the hardest stiff arms you're going to see. Like, get your bitch ass off me, and took it to the end zone for the Raiders win. So shout out to the Raiders. The motherfucking, the Lions and the Jets was a great game. Man, I know Rome hot, man. Them Jets lost. But, shit, they still in the thick of things, man. The Lions, shit, they started off 1-6, but they 6-1 since then. Like, that's some unlion-like shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never had. I think a few years ago they made the playoffs, but it ain't usual to be talking about the Lions in December. Like, that's just,
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't heard the Detroit
Since
Lions
Matt
in a
Stafford
long
left,
ass time.
Yeah, like
How long he been gone?
Shit, a couple years. They
was good when he was there, huh?
Yeah, they made the playoffs one year. I think in like 2016, 2017. They lost to the Cowboys in the wild card round. Motherfucking the Chargers and the Titans, they played a close game. The Chargers ended up pulling it out. The Cowboys and the Jags. Now the Cowboys was up by 17. And I don't know. I do know what happened. Trevor Lawrence, that motherfucker started going off. Like, say, man, hey, that little motherfucker is the truth, man. He, like, you know what I'm saying? His first year, he really didn't do too much. But this second year, he's showing me why. Okay, he was taking number one. He made a nigga put some respect on it. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? On Saturday, the motherfucking Indianapolis Colts was up on the Minnesota Vikings by like 17. And the Vikings came back and won the game, like the biggest comeback in NFL history. You're right. Bayou City G713, first time in Texas high school football that 3 black coaches won. So we gotta big up that. You're absolutely right, man. South Oak Cliff, Duncanville, and DeSoto, man. Shout out to them, man. They did their thing, man. That was hard. Motherfucking the Packers and the Rams played tonight. I believe the Packers got the win, but I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was an entertaining day in football though. Like even the game last night with the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants, that shit was stupid entertaining. Like the whole game. Like I fucks with Tyler Heineke, man, the quarterback for the Commanders. Like I fucks with bro. Like he's a real like leader. Like, you know what I'm saying? Carson Wentz he ain't got that it factor, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how we thought he had. Like it's just I don't know if it's when Bo tore his ACL back when Philly had they run, it's like he just ain't been the same since, man. I don't know what's up with him, man. He got to get that shit together, man, because if not, he ain't gonna get his job back. Because I don't see Tyler Heineke coming up off that job, man. I ain't gonna lie, he's a bad motherfucker, man. Anthony Davis got hurt, man. He gonna be out for some weeks, bro. Like, but it ain't nothing surprising. He always getting hurt, bro. That's like the only knock I got on him. Like, I can't think of nothing else fucked up to say about, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like he always getting hurt. And it's like he put the work in the offseason. It's just like, you know how you got some of them athletes that's just injury prone? It's like he one of them. Like, but I hope bro get better, man, because the Lakers need him, man. The Commanders do sound corny as hell, but, you know, they had to get rid of the Redskins, you know, due to, you know what I'm saying, all the whole controversy behind that shit. Washington really got a bunch of shit going on in the front office. Like, they need to go ahead and get Snyder ass up out of there. Like, he ain't no good. That nigga does. He's a motherfucker, man. But, shit, this Saturday, man, we got it's dubbed the game of the year. We got the Cowboys and the Eagles on Saturday, man. Jalen Hurts is his shoulder's fucked up, so he don't know if he gonna play or not. But Philly only needs one more win to secure the number 1 seed in the NFC. And I think they got the Cowboys, the Saints, and I forgot who else they got on their schedule, but it ain't like they got no.
Oh, so they got 3 games to win 1.
Yeah. All they need
winning.
Yeah, all they need to do is win 1 to secure the number 1 seed. That's it. They already clinched, playoff spot already clinched. It's just that number 1 seed ain't clinched because Minnesota is 2 games back. But you know, shit, they could lose 2 and Minnesota could win 2, and then you know what I'm saying. Then we got some crazy shit going on. But it's so many teams that's still in the playoff mix right now. Ain't nothing for sure. Besides motherfucking Philly gonna get that number 1 seed, and they might not even get that motherfucker. Minnesota playing some hell of a ball. The Lions playing great ball. The Jaguars playing great. It's a lot of great for the Raiders playing great, bro. The Raiders, like, I like the Raiders, man. It's like once they had that interview and bro got emotional and was like, man, motherfuckers don't want it like I want it. It's like they didn't got their shit together since then. Like when your quarterback, you know what I'm saying, get emotional on that podium and it's like, motherfuckers ain't putting in the work I'm putting in. Like, he was hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt bro, though, because, you know what I'm saying? Bro be putting in work. Like, and it's like, but ever since he made that speech, bro, the Raiders done got their shit together. And they not even out of the playoff hunt yet. You know what I'm saying? So, it's these last 3 weeks going to tell us a lot, bro. We just got to sit back and watch and see what the fuck going on. And again, shout out, first time 3 black head coaches bring in a state championship in 1 season. Man, that's some big shit. All the state title games from the 1A games, because I watched them all, man, from the 1A games to the 6A games, they was all dope. Even though some was blowouts, man, you know what I'm saying, they still was all dope. Shout out to everybody who made it to the state, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to definitely be there next year to check all the games out, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to take a whole week out and just be up at AT&T Stadium cooling, man, watching all the young niggas get it in, man.
For sure. That's what's up.
Yes,
shout out to Jackson State, man. They took a L on that last game.
Last play.
But man, I seen Dion. I want to put that on the channel on the short, man, because I put the pregame speech, but little homie dropped the ball. White boy, you know, he dropped the ball, man, wide open. Was he wide open on there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And he
about as open as you gonna get in college.
And
at that level,
ain't close it. That's a fucked up feeling up, boy.
Yeah,
you know?
he was fucked up in the locker room afterwards
crying,
too, man. I appreciate and I respect how Dion went up to him and was like, nah, man, we lost together. Like, that wasn't on you. Mm-hmm. Like, that one play didn't lose us the game, man, in which they actually had came back. They was down. They came back. Because Travis Hunter had dropped the ball in the end zone, and then he fuck around and redeemed himself and scored the game-time touchdown to send it into overtime.
For sure.
It didn't go their way, man. But shout out to North Carolina Central, man. The boys came to play.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now, man. Strictly Flames. Who all up in here? Type something, man, before we tap out.
Shout out to the chat, baby.
Shout out to everybody driving them trucks on the road. Everybody at work. Everybody at the crib chilling. Shout out to Pete on the ones and twos. Twan, Pookie, me. Everybody is love, man. Make sure y'all are subscribed here, man. Y'all should not be watching this if y'all not subscribed. And if you in the chat, we tap it in with y'all right now. Shout out to everybody, man. Strictly Flames. Go support them brothers over there. It's Strictly Flames on their channel. Shout out to them. Everybody that's in here right now, man. Who up in here? Holla at us, man. Tap in. Shout out Venden Alexander, my boy.
Shout out Venden.
Shout out to Scooster Supreme. Always tapped in.
You right, bro. They didn't appreciate Dion. And I looked into some shit, man.
That speech, they
got some bullshit going on. I see why he wanted to get away from that.
Yeah, they was really on some bullshit.
And then I feel like this, bro. He left them in a way better position than he found him in.
Facts.
So you always gotta appreciate
value.
and respect that. He brought value to the whole HBCU community, bro.
Nah, facts.
Them motherfuckers wasn't selling out games and, and motherfucker Mercedes. Did you see Mercedes-Benz Stadium when they played? That motherfucker was damn near sold out. Like, come on, man. Like, they wasn't doing that before bro got there. They just wasn't doing it, man. So
shout out to Strictly Fame. Shout out to Mr. Josh Too Live.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Say, man, Dion in Colorado. Hey, say, I'm telling you right now, man, the man is gonna cause some problems in that Pac-12 because UCLA and USC, they finna leave in a couple years and go to the Big Ten.
Yeah,
he gonna send them out the door with some ass kickings. I can guarantee you that. I'm putting that down right now. And he bringing damn near his whole Jackson State squad with him. He told the players in Colorado, hey, man, I'm not pushing nobody out the door, but I'm gonna work your ass. I want to see who really want it. And the ones that really want it, they gonna stay. And the ones that don't, man, you got to go.
And I was gonna say something too before we get up out of here, bro. Every week, I'm starting to feel like social media is getting more and more just disrespectful.
Oh yeah,
heartless. Like, do you feel that way? I feel like by the week, and it's like
by the day,
like by the day, bro. I feel like social media, just the way that people deal with shit, because it's like people are doing disrespectful shit more and more to get a reaction. Do you notice somebody started a conversation today and it don't get highlighted unless you polarize it? Soulja Boy is more of a legend than Nipsey Hussle.
Come on, man.
Why are y'all even bringing that up as a comparison, bro?
You can't even compare. They not even on no bias.
They're not even in the same lane. Like,
never.
Like, they not even doing the same thing. It's like they didn't even have the same lifestyle. Why are you comparing apples to oranges, my nigga? Like, we don't got the same look.
Who made that up?
Bro, somebody put it on Twitter, but the first blog I seen it on, not to disrespect Say Cheese, because niggas is trying to get me to diss other media outlets too, bro. They've been doing that shit, like going in my comments, saying, are you talking about this nigga, typing a nigga? Also, you going against what he said? And I'm like, bro, cut that shit out, my nigga.
Stating how we feel. That's it.
Niggas be in my car trying to do that shit. They watching this media nigga
coming
trying to tell me, like, they come tell me what another media nigga saying about me and his chat and da-da-da. Bro, I don't give a motherfuck what any of them niggas got to say, bro, about me or how a nigga feel or whatever, because I know my intentions, and you can check a nigga resume with this media shit. It been the same for 4.5, my nigga. Facts. Straight up salute to everybody doing their thing, but hey, facts is facts, my nigga. And when I saw that today on Say Cheese, I said, this is some bullshit. Why is you comparing a motherfucking child rapper to a grown man that figured it out and that came after the nigga, really
you know what I'm saying? And surpassed the nigga, if you ask me. I got a message from the homie though, man. He say, on hood, cuz I beat whoever ass said that shit.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, don't compare the two. Don't compare the fucking two. And then the media, they just looking for reactions in the comments, so they'll post that type of shit. And I'm like, nah, bro, we gotta stop.
Niggas is goofy with that shit.
They gotta stop that type of shit.
But that's the type of shit that will get your ass punched on.
And also, too, dog, shout out Justin Bieber for just going off on H&M. That nigga said, let me read what he said before we get up out of here.
Fucked up, man.
Nah, nigga, we not gonna play with Justin Bieber. I gotta do this as like a little short clip, man. Studio 56. Y'all look up real. That nigga, I want to get y'all take on this shit real quick before we go, bro. Justin Bieber went to his Instagram story, and I haven't seen the clothes. I gotta bring it up. That nigga Justin Bieber say, this is what he say, I didn't approve any of the merch collection that they put up at H&M. All without my permission and approval. Shaking my head. I wouldn't buy it if I were you. Then he say, the H&M merch they made of me is trash and I didn't approve it. Don't buy it, nigga. Big Bieber, nigga, standing on business with H&M, nigga. They said he ain't approved that bullshit to come out, nigga. And he said, take it down, don't buy it. Let me find this shit real quick, bro. We gotta look it up. Let's look at the Justin Bieber H&M merch and see why Justin Bieber so motherfucking hot about it, bro. I can see that nigga Justin Bieber getting a little temper tantrum about that shit, bro. Like, fuck them niggas. Hold on. Justin Bieber say, fuck that. Real quick, Justin Bieber H&M. I'm gonna see if why is he mad, bro. Let me see why he mad. Hold on, let me see how this shit look. Okay, he say, let me look at it. It's a shirt that say Bieber. It say Bieber. He say the Peaches Singer 28 took, that nigga only 28. I wouldn't buy it if I were you. That nigga said I wouldn't buy it if I were you. It's just a t-shirt with Bieber on that motherfucker though.
He must don't fuck with it.
That nigga Justin Bieber on bullshit, nigga. That nigga say fuck them niggas, nigga. They call nigga Bieber Valley, nigga.
He ain't trying to hear.
Hey, they say Bieber Valley. And bro, I don't believe that's true, bro. Justin Bieber ain't the reason. Nigga said Bieber was the reason activists discontinued. And that's an old myth.
It just come from it. Motherfuckers just...
These companies go out of business all the time and lawsuits and
Nah, he might have abused it a little bit, you know.
They say that shit, bro, because he went viral for this shit.
Yeah, he went viral.
You know what I'm saying? He might have abused it, but shit, I know a gang of niggas that abused it.
Yeah. Well, I think
it's not abusing it.
He got saw with it.
It's just he from like Canada or some shit.
Yeah.
A Canadian pop star white kid.
Yeah.
You know how that's going.
Sipping syrup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit just looked crazy.
It looked crazy.
And reason why motherfuckers really can kind of put the blame, because like after that,
it did.
I think it was just bad timing.
Man, nah. Because that nigga, he reached white America, boy.
Yeah.
And he reached a lot of other motherfuckers that niggas don't reach. And if they see him with these double cups, man,
they gonna
it's
be
an
on
epidemic
Bieber Valley, nigga.
waiting to
Big
happen.
Boss Bieber, nigga. Hey, tell H&M, hey, nah, nigga ain't
Come on, man, he
that
gonna
shit.
have the Mickey Mouse Club and shit. Nigga, sipping all, nigga.
I'm talking about slurring on the show and everything.
Bro, I seen that nigga politely had to check them kids one day by coming to his crib, or not kids, or people coming to his house, waiting at his doorstep and shit. But he did it in a real respectful way, and I felt it just to be right. Like, man, hold on, man, y'all niggas in my eyes, like, what the hell?
Y'all tripping. Like,
Yeah, man, but shout out Justin Bieber though, man. 1,000, y'all tap in, man. We got more shit coming. Studio 56 podcast.
Salute everybody, man. Y'all be cool out there.